Solo be fine.
Nyame adom boss.
This is the weekend's edition of today's sports transfer. All transfers are gone, especially in Europe. Sanity. Na enkofo bi nya some deals, be fan sa and all of that. But you be lo so oni nyina.
Oh ni na o Martin. Chelsea for efi Napoli no mo dia reho na efi o.
Adinja.
And say anajo no mo presented bid mark miensa. Around 6:45 thereabouts. Omo bid di kan de call Osimhen ho no. It was rejected by Osimhen. Say sika na de. Na issue na ya ba sika sem. Muntimi meet me wages ne dia mema. Around 7:30 omo the second bid koi. One fi omo kra. Third bid sa koi.
Napoli ana say.
Napoli ni Chelsea de na issue ni ho. The be gina sisi ani sika sem wages no.
Between wine and
between Chelsea and Osimhen.
Oh, some.
Oh yes, ane kokoye. The wages player and sika now open. On you ready say now obetini sika no so.
Because I also read say na Osimhen pay 330.
Yeah.
From Chelsea.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia for them man is 650.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know na Chelsea si omuntimi na
Chelsea demands na boy na
episode. I'm told Chelsea some be some half your wage bill no.
Aha, say no nti yentimi ntua sa sika na open am fam.
Okay.
Ye EBF so kwada so that your home massive. Na on so yen 10 there.
0.7.
People are managing football clubs.
Oh yes. Do Mares council
yes.
Dino.
Is to
yes, Chelsea penny for the boss no money. Happy with Jadon Sancho deal.
Dentia,
but manager na catch me say minim Jadon Sancho. Nyen na na mbi hono. Nti mo fa nemra. E be ni.
E be opportunistic purchases. So for instance,
yeah.
Jadon Sancho fan loan me wa.
Aye.
With obligation to buy 23 million.
Yes.
And they try to way. I'm fast.
Enra na meet Sky Sports and Ajono. They were making argument say now, Noni Madueke from the last game of Bueno, actually said season he's going to give the Chelsea fans on the Omope. So, Obetana Benchama Zedin a ball. And I say Zedin.
What is happening now? Now, after the international break, Team B war European competition or England. Every 3 days you play a football match. 3 days be out of ball.
Yeah.
And they say, "Enquire so be better bench be more." People get tired.
Yes.
You arrange minutes for them. Until matches maybe when your money do work in a bebo. If you have a man arrest kakana did design to Abubi. Say you are going to manage your squad.
So even without need doing the cross at Ten Hag, Ekaze or with me a promising the game minutes. What's now Man United because when him so here a large squad.
Ten Hag so I say Eka non kwadi anko tonight.
And the strategy is that Obi also may replace Obiano. So until now you should be close.
Yes.
So what I say. Until now you be close. I say I'm on for na Raheem Sterling and then they just say me crowd.
But Raheem Sterling 7 no. Dintia me say platform no so. Dintia I'm on for your son say. Your stance on Raheem Sterling. Even Enra. And on the panel discussions.
Young question,
boss, I'm on for needing come.
My fear.
Omni didn't come out. I'm so boss player now say pen also.
I've never said so Nimbo. Miss own cancer. My favorite player.
Yeah.
Baba so follow me closely. I mean me players they get the ball and do what they want to do with the ball. Yeah. Was me communicate type of players. Sterling is type will be. But on a day, we are Teta need to Abibusa okay. Now, if Rhys Nelson is going to Fulham, and now between Rhys Nelson and Raheem Sterling,
yeah.
Why and I will be here. And this loan and this is Chelsea, the fan saying, Jadon Sancho, there are no obligations. And I'm told Astra is not paying more than 100,000 as a BB a week.
Yeah.
Chelsea will be paying more. And the final the Obiniwa Wababe Bobby. Sanity, I'm selling Arsenal no more Muntini.
But even with that,
Obiniwa and Wabi Bobby.
Is Obi
Kwanu by Maze Carabao no ne. Inema you know about na Saka agina home.
Wa mi so to say teams kra na e ya no system ne ye adwuma pa no. Players e bo a ne modern ball from kra won she dem. Atete Baba change that trend. That's not type of football.
Canada semba hwayana. Omo ye.
Tie. Na say obesisa. Me he match bi atie. Ayi America utie ababa utie ni.
Mitie pa
America ne bi asaka ni wana bibi. Na de Martinelli ato left na de Rahim Sterling ato right. On ball left and right.
No baby.
We come America.
Afi pa na branti o
Enti nema bebre.
Ateta
Trossard na fi o suba. One celebration ko onyu.
On Martinelli was left.
Now we so we all right.
Ateta ne Saka yi di ene se o banifa. Bukayo Saka ni wa ye ni obi ntimu mienu mo be che wa abo. Unu aketwa.
Ba Ateta ojini o. Because I was saying the time with the time with
I say asem na aba be na gakre.
O say
so we na Troy Dini because o better chairman you anymore for you now.
One guy
Troy Dini.
Honestly.
I say na any 3 days.
That's not fair.
O say anymore ya dey chumbia.
Enti amanfo niema Chelsea enya almost striker. Manchester United and signing because that's what we in the business no.
Aye.
Me Real Madrid ni o. Ade na o ma ye ne summer we mani nji.
O ma ye den Hendrick by Mbappe by.
Yeah.
Ade bi ma.
Enra me transit when Obiti say Toni Kroos field team you need to replace him.
Why no man replace? Yeah,
Tchouaméni or Camavinga injury.
Speculation around anom person mo dey replace Toni Kroos no. On say yes started summer you know. Rodri Dimbem of which not any possible. Nicolo Balera Dimbem. So why
is that his position?
Oh,
David.
More
of attacking. Yes.
Wait me I the amount. So
on your conduct.
Camavinga name.
Tchouaméni.
Boss Tchouaméni. Boss last season the Tchouaméni here.
Some of us you
get a midfielder
qualified.
And Madrid team is they say oh kwa I now when you game minute.
And Don Carlo Ancelotti interview say the transfer is closed and or believe say Jude Bellingham buying Bellingham bar ebefa.
So Mikel Arteta insists Arsenal have enough firepower to challenge for the title despite not competing in attack. Okay.
So what Raheem said? Say it's not Raheem selling about. Say he's an attack. They say they don't count. Say and yeah, mommy nya Kylian Mbappe say on she goes no.
As I'm gonna say.
Say Mbappe also is a winger.
Titi and go for on number 9. And also I go Mbappe there.
Mbappe is a winger. Mbappe a winger.
No more got Mbappe. No more names Vinicius.
Na Vinicius in there. She say also careful.
Hey,
I don't know careful.
Na last game no heavy.
Maybe.
Arsenal's good signing with Marino
play on him body as out.
On a picture bad
after injuring his shoulder in his first training session. Gabriel
Kodanin, yes.
We crano. Man theater who bet my chuma.
Arteta say he's in pain.
And theater bet my
international. Ghana we can injury next week or Seba.
Body
bandage on a
bet.
International break no.
I'm so about late September until we are
time beso be kwa wa sheda say onye ina
bi na married for person mo na France for say
se party beba
obeba
party the Oba international break am mo
weekend empire born say mo bi nkota kekese bia ono so me do obi kota kekese bia ono ma party boss against Angola
party fit Liverpool boss and slot does not expect new signing Federico Chiesa to make his debut on Sunday's clash with Manchester United.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ben kakra.
Yeah.
Now I integrating. Meanwhile, Pep Guardiola has admitted that they might have made a mistake.
Yeah.
By selling Julian Alvarez.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
that
Le Petit
Yeah.
Na se do Jerusalem.
Camouflage.
Oye wa na odi abewo. Okay, Eric Ten Hag, main man, was say Liverpool adwuma na Anslot ye na e fu chen ne de.
Was say fu chen.
Was say Anslot team no ho dada. Team na I say.
Also more mature.
Na e be
also more matured players.
Ye be nsem no.
Yeah, say adwuma de.
Eja team no to.
Yo go for ya more materials o mo ntimi afanya hwe. Nti e de na e. Edenefo.
When ya 3 windows, me ba.
Yes.
What the January can grab the
5.
And within the period, you have spent more than Liverpool.
Yes.
Then omunya amateur players team. One man out of.
Oh yes, over to academy players.
If you ensen na buy. You could be a just say Kasem so you Chelsea na ba. Was spend
England how there. Yes.
Was spend it last year I won 150. Say what? Just so.
Say season we are now. Season we there near to me no.
I want to me.
Aston Villa for no cry.
Yenta munya na move obi adem na ni.
Boss and there.
Anya na no no.
Enya samaya o.
Enya net spending.
Enya samaya o. Some idea.
Oh, some idea.
Aston Villa. Brighton cross spending.
Brighton, Aston Villa, Chelsea.
Aston Villa, Brighton.
Oh, boss. Yes, I'm a 7 can day. Can have so about papa. No can Ugarte mayo.
Ah, there be no Unyameka.
Ugarte 51.
But Mr. To Adebakwa board we are in say almost 8 million players. Unlike the previous one, almost struggle. Oh, but also for 3, 4, 5 seasons, the Man United struggles on the top players. But I feel we there. Omo timi ayi bebre free money skaka.
But omo ma me penya ade na me ade. I tell ten players name
Ugarte, Lenny Euro. Matthias De Ligt.
No me azakra nya be 120 million.
Matthias De Ligt.
Hey, Baba mun check ade ni ya.
Yeah.
Oh, ele kwa me ba na check you. Zegzi so can home be
4.
Aye. There be ena Nozemas right.
5.
Yes.
Mo couple me bru 150. E ko 200 ni bi.
214 million euros.
Manchester United.
Aye, 214 million euros.
Baba mun ha ade ni nkofo ni be second.
Oh, David.
How about to zoom in?
BBC for ayewa.
BBC for. Do Ugarte count.
I say Premier League transfer window great. Who did the best? Okay. I Manchester United in top.
Me see Ugarte, me see Chelsea in one.
There be the end topic. You see Brighton cry. Nasra so Asra mo she hefa. You say two mo she hefa.
Ya ton players na.
Ya ton bi. Oh, but on say make an.
I'm selling you free o.
On say minim.
Calafiori.
Yeah.
And Merino. Keep an more than the can win ye. This is the ambassador the can force. Raya. With the Raya 30.
Some much is
Raya 30. Calafiori say anywhere, baby. 40 BB. Now the Merino about has an interest come.
Was transfer market.
Seen it.
Interest come out.
As at 30th August.
Shrewd business. Shrewd business. That's not 100 million.
As at 30th August.
Manchester
United also bear 6 crowd.
Me say Ugarte will
spend near 51.75 million pounds.
Oh, what the net spend by the end has not because 0.
Oh, there be but as at 30th August, net expenditure.
Ugarte count.
Man United.
Ugarte count.
There be say ye enra transfers now it me complete here.
Ugarte count.
No count.
NSN, who says it?
As at enra na
Manchester United go for man messages.
There be me say as at 30th August enra. What is Ugarte my crana? Na 138 million pounds. 138.5. Yes. The Odi kan Brighton 194 million.
0.7.
Ipswich 106 million. West Ham 121. Tottenham 125. Chelsea 219. Enti uhwemwa Man United mfimfin o baby. Aston Villa 148.
Arsenal
yes.
91 0.7 million pounds.
Oh, that is Otuo now. Don't go for
Transfer market.
Transfer market. Transfer dear
Figures
market.
the more you know according to transfer market.
Any baby speculation.
But Mr. Otuo Adebayo so a
Transfer market.
But these people are credible.
Oh,
Mr. Otuo
about the transfer. No, a lot of them. No, the agreement doesn't allow the real figures
To come out.
again.
Oh, yes.
It was also add-ons.
Yeah.
And these figures need to be speculative.
Yeah.
Also, be what to say my example. Arsenal turn Ramsdale, goalkeeper. No,
Yeah.
As part of the payment, Southampton call relegation. Says will come to a beam.
Yeah.
How do you calculate it? So what I say,
Matiana,
if
we
more man sustaining, or more intimate, because the point is that our Premier League now, my finances will not allow me to pay that. Until me come here said, yeah, can you know, they are not the exact figures.
Yeah.
So what I say, any man will.
But on transfer market.
But Manchester also too.
Transfer market na
Bugatti become more.
Mr. Transfer market there. On only figures o quote no include add-ons.
Okay.
But over BBC more. Omo for the actuals without the add-ons because add-ons ne variables are e be kra na wentua.
Okay.
And unti na ma United figure no there me ball transfer market no was so check the one.
United to €11. Matthias Delete.
Joshua Zexi. Yes. No sir Mazrai. Mazrai. Yes, 5 players.
Figures na ya bobo ame atie ne de. We mu ko be 200.
And I make us say a 214 million euros. Yes.
And this one the second.
There be
Edu asemi awa kan ye mentiasi o. Edu ahoka asemi mentiasi.
Edu shrewd Edu.
Mentiasi o.
Ochum go for nsa for machiza. O ti try din gatie nyina man go for 30.
Edu on Sterling.
O try se wani.
Move to Arsenal.
O se no on can plan.
To be fair, we never planned really to sign him.
That is true.
When we started the transfer.
That is true.
Just be very transparent. Does it mean Arsenal fans no bofu? Nti no opeso kan sa
he's telling them say, you see Enra Ewia, 2 players were offered to Arsenal according to reports. Kingsley Coman and Raheem Sterling. Okay, at that time, Reece Nelson had indicated say already at the end corner, so 2-3 minutes in the air. So Ipswich contacted us.
100.7.
So Reece Nelson, you know, I'm even told he was on his way to Arsenal, Ipswich. And now, who's enough Fulham on Sunday Ghana, boy?
Yeah.
Niama.
As the issues ba.
And sir, and no break it down. Then Fulham switched their attention to Reece Nelson. Reece Nelson, so Fulham's also know my business and said you charge your money kakra. Then monitoring and everything, now the chances of Ipswich surviving, no. Any Fulham, no, we have Fulham chances of staying in the league.
That was true.
So the boy said, then I'll prefer Fulham. So if Obeko dia, then you can engage the Raheem Sterling and Coman deal. Then it becomes like
Coman there, boss. Enra asata we na no de to just say he want to stay. Even Max Abel, our board member, no panel the two just say he wants him to stay.
Me wanting to stay is different from the club wanting you to stay. You see, when we use words in terms, players in Biblia, I want to come on more fine. Yes, they didn't want to stay. What I say?
Yeah.
So Raheem Sterling, he wanted to stay.
Aye.
He wanted to stay, but no, you can't stay. Just how come because you doing around 330,000 pounds a week. Meanwhile, the manager says you are not in his plans. So even though you want to stay, we don't want you to stay. And the Coleman want to, Nimpran and Nema said, Bayern are quite fed up with him. So between Kingsley Coman and Raheem Sterling, over for wine. So let's look at the Raheem Sterling deal. and almost chim Chelsea as you ever pick a crab yamamu. You new obligation.
Oh, let's go. Be spare tire. Be spare tire. Say down on top. Say finish.
As and Jesse the ground.
Na say spare tire no
pay. The wages is a chain train Chelsea for 2.
Say what you be spare tire na am married.
I also on my be do on my be jam. No woman.
I don't know if you do the
Okay. Look here. Hey, Edu akwa bi o. Edu. Hey, there be as I am goalkeeper bi na nkan o.
Necto.
Necto yes Enra.
O ka ni na aboma. On se me ka se 91 na Necto ni mu. Oh.
Yeah.
Nti Necto zo abehim. Ti sa na ade na te. Ebe ye de wo afi.
O ba asna
only players bebre no.
Managerial league ni dia NTS.
Na ne one on the league ni. Okay, so yen kona ba Pep Guardiola kasa about Julian Alvarez. Eric Ten Hag insists Ancelotti has an easier task at Liverpool than what he has. Juve transfer window. Players like Nicolas Gonzalez, Kefren Turam, Douglas Luiz, they're in 10 Cup Juventus. Cup Miners, Mikel Di Gregorio. Okay, then Camavinga is improving from his knee injury. Bayern Munich board member for sport, Max Ebiri, seems happy with Bayern Munich's transfers. Summer 2024-25 transfer window ended yesterday, and major European leagues in Ababadi. Yes, yeah, the end
and last Sunday.
Okay. And my American was him say, and the answer Mamma and so some of the whole stories about we and I okay, FC Samates 1996 and in Suateman they have tapped down in Takwa. Jatamazo go.
They be a champion of champions. Say next week near starting league or Ghana.
And I'm boy.
Into any super.
Takwa stadium we just.
Mu use ne pa.
Say qualify for league.
But before that game we crown on best about Pinto Memorial Cup. Medium and team here Basake Holy Stars.
Pinto Memorial Cup.
I know at 3 p.m. and Sana in Swat anyway the night 6 and it's summer text I 16 2 games now.
Okay, so Hearts of Oak to conclude Togo preparation tour with a game against I guess no normal ball.
Derby
Togo under 20.
Sunday.
Okay. Kotoko face vision in pre-season friendly. Mediema set to revolutionize the way fans experience Ghana Premier League matches with the launch of its new season ticket platform.
Yeah.
Wow. I like those things. I like those things. Omo ebe a season ticket platform.
Yes. Ede amo fans.
Ewo stadium be ya.
Ewo ehonu ma.
Enya oni eso omo.
Oh, ewo de temporary. Temporary. Yes.
Doctor na ho tamaklo. Say na anu no koye interview. Na ma koye ewo oni guy no koye interview no. Also saying lack of financial resources is key reason why Ghana has struggled to secure the trophy in recent years. Trophy bear
African Cup no.
Financial resources bear.
I say yem pompiska nwura football ni mu say the first na omo eye no.
Sir.
As they say football business na.
The Black Stars budget na dey kwa.
I've prize money.
Mu tia dey.
Na yem pumping.
But on say ono no e fan say as a apart from Black Stars no you invest
I think you were talking about the African Cup of Nations.
Yes, African Cup of Nations. So no, or start free investment. I say you investing in football. No, or
why not investing?
Say government, stakeholders, everybody. Like because on no time and African Cup na players na you first can share football in general, especially in Ghana. Na bet me aboa my African Cup. Because previously na omo boma e African Cup no na players are investing on Ghana
na Ghana invest in the players.
Oh yes, and these were top players. Yeah, but say yeah
for voice meaning say you call Brazil.
Yeah.
Ghana team no preparation we still do it, but say you keep you a longer period of Brazil am I go buy see you buy no na enye omampanyin ka se no monzanko meza ko tena ho biem ene e buy the 78 the 78 there no minimum investment quite here in the 63 squad that one that have come. I ain't be net. Minimum investment here in the 65 team that one in Tunisia. I ain't be net. Minimum what we do with the 82 squad. I'm to say 82 grand here see enko. And as Samuel and Penny Rollins, the late it take you over no so no we are going. And once a day utie pokuntima e de omutina play mu well na preparation grand say your papa
as the soldier
squad investment in local league you know ne recent
me who da ban ye any investment in the local league me
okay
me who ye me that's what I'm saying we need to understand investment is the same and na ka ye bo ngrofo ihu e dey investment
koto se ken kwa ni atoka amon
and maybe we may have to understand. Also, a very experienced. So, former GFA chairman, former Hearts of Folk chairman, and all of that. Position or one better and than but I will want to understand more. I think the right investment also
okay, but not in the league.
And no be when I have also say investment in the league.
Say investment, you know, Mimi who say your government and Kwana your responsibility so we invest in the league.
And the league that because on the previous Ghana, a Kwambes and a government invested. If you can.
Also, no investment and one narrow need to government too.
Okay.
One narrow need to government because meaning say in times past near to say be Asante Kotoko the match chairman be a or no one is sick or the best people
are investing in our football. Ura Moses Amapaka. Look at him, he's investing. Ubika say Ubi say Nadoma Hene. Say they are investing. Ubi say summer test company. Summer test company. Almost so investing into football. Into investment being
Basolo ye league
so investing in football.
Ye league has 70 yes, investment may be part, but I think say we have to understand what's the idea to say football and yet cutting corners and yet PR and yet slogans now keke be maybe I say ya ko pram ya ko ye no ya ko ball ya makoyi we division 1 premier for akobo ball on say enema na ehia no kamia say edoso and go for business can what happened yesterday is that what happens in a real corporate world obi kwa one eba why do we need 25 players the system is said and you be na di player bi e koma obi just say omo mane ye just say the obi run business
100.7
said the bank for you majuma said the other companies you that's what is done there right people are there omo tiase and so your coach na say ma player
US player
also ultimately the entire player na then they look at the financial implications obi per player be yeah can get Chelsea ade omo kan so no we want Osimhen all right but we cannot pay beyond this obi no wait man for so Chelsea for the chinchina ba ka bet man one man go to in the park cry nko na you player kwa nko no so we've not developed any model like man here say we are all part of it so I just say on the Mokas a Brighton won't spend it. You know why Brighton is able to spend like that?
Because of players.
Yes, because of decisions they made few years ago. I've been to their stadium, almost a new stadium. South America for stadium.
American Express Community.
You go and look, it's a small club. Brighton and your crook at CBO. But they've taken good decisions. I mean, that's what buying behind a coyer, you have their Chelsea for you. No, your wages not saying it here. So it doesn't matter whether you are Raheem Sterling or not.
You have to go.
Let's sit down and take decisions. Maybe we say in the corporate world, that is what pertains. And you see, as we start to say, you football and say, it said you'll be a day bank Kessia and a Juma Kessia should be inside. The show inside, these are the decisions and the way you should go. And yes, I say, Dr. Jawatamo go again. One and go investment in my wine.
Numbers investment mpo there. Individually omo ye okroma pa minim.
There be no friend investment on.
Say ni sika no there.
Say kwa na ya ma sika ko fa car eko. Na ma winning bonus na eno investment no.
O boss say
am ka say kisi ma craft fund me investment mo.
Boss say obi.
Anya say
boss I don't know say bia.
So you investment here.
Obi esika ni. Na boss.
Na baba mrazi.
Mama fa Samates ni example. ABFC Samates plywood company no. Almost stadium. Almost stadium. Omo employ over 35 people mo here adwuma. Definitely Sikanum dey ramu no. They expect something from Sikana. Over 35 to 40.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Class alone. I know yeah. Me na make boss. I know yeah. Me put na make can start.
Oyerepa employ ni pa 200.
Boss, I know put there. Me na make can say. Yam fan say be 26 players.
200. And no action here quick for 200 people.
200.
Ambrose Accra.
No, like that's those who are 200. 200. An investment involves using capital in the present to increase an asset's value over time. Investment may include bonds, stocks, real estate. Okay, so
until relating it to football, have we done enough to increase the value?
To increase the value,
yes, of our players, our clubs.
Bribe. Chairman be treat your bribe, my referee. Now he bass in a corner. What are you increasing? Investment, no. Investment must come with an intent.
Yes, there's a per explanation. There's a Dr. Sometymer class. No, you'd want to agree with him, Pali, because you're enough to increase the value
of our
football clubs and players and everything.
Maybe yes. Okay. Yeah. The National Sports Authority spokesperson Charles Amofa has confirmed that Ghana's match against Angola will be held at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium on September 4 and 5.
5th.
5th near Friday.
Thursday.
5th near Thursday. Na omo Morocco.
Yes, I know.
Let's see Niger.
0.7.
Okay. Abanti Momo Obia so Obia nya the team Obia ni asemka. Meboa.
Ba here dey nenso.
These numbers na.
Ne do say omaton bebre no mo dey.
So size no.
Omo dey nkla bebre abehim. Ye nya ne sa. Some beton apiska or some di bishim. Kai no Sancho Kwe no ma replacement bi wo ho. Because e basa say amad ne
wingers are more 45.
There be say Arsenal Mr. Otuo Arsenal sisi a obobu Bukayo Saka obebo Sterling obebo no asa Boris Nelson enti okwe no anajo
Reasons and Kofula.
but me who say at least who two players who position bi a also nya third force bi a say injury bar ade ba ko ha United last season
so I have 33 players
and yet 3-3 aside for all the positions.
What I've seen the clubs do say position be almost 2.
Yes.
Now either say keepers na 3 say normally the rates are around 25.
Yeah.
But with the 2 also new be for instance Oko Arsenal say right back no. Yeah. White and then Tomiyasu.
Timber so ho bitimi abo ewo.
Timber ewo ho bad. Always this year Timber also replaces Saliba.
Yeah.
So then Megahils and Kiwo.
Hey, no man don't
Hey, I'm so biampe.
Asemamba.
Bob Nyaka bon 25.
Aye.
O kan nyabo they are 25. So Calafiori and then Zichenko.
But on say
and there was so Bobby.
In the case of Man United no. You benya more academy players no mo be complement am yen.
That's one neri musu na.
That Maus Arsenal no benya top players be 23, 22.
Yeah, check him.
We dey say
United war goalkeepers aquatic team na. No fit take ya no.
Hey, te hag pa we be
one not taking you know. And
you outer binder. Take any Tom Heaton, any Andrew Nana.
So 3 goalkeepers.
Yes, Heaton any or no
Akwe Mazurai and Portugal.
You Victor Lindelof for.
So no
or a center back, yes. But
position back.
Mazurai
any Dalo.
Yeah, Diago Dalu. Okay. Yes.
Now got 3 no.
Tyrell Malaysia
and
Luke Shaw and a Harry Amas or your academy boy.
Yes. Okay. Then center backs no. All them the Ghanaian. We are saying
center backs no.
6. Lindelof.
Yes.
Maguire. Lenny Yoro. Delete.
Yeah. Johnny Evans.
Yes. And other 6.
And Alessandro.
6.
Yes, 6.
I didn't be now. Player Ben now say here no. Number 6. The about
Ugarte or
Casemiro.
Yeah.
Akwere yo ho.
Kobe Menu. Don't want me more defensive midfielder.
Or 8.
But you are club or a friend Toby Collier. Honestly, defensive midfielder. Munya account 25 on the bar. No, 2 years and I'm a young Kulano. The young Kulano free.
Cecia is a defenders.
The young Kulano free man.
Keepers 3, center back 6, and 9. Plus I have 2, and you're 13. TM not Mon could be a dim. No, Baba, Oko right winger.
Anthony Moore.
Ahmad
Diallo.
Oko, yeah, number 10. What?
Number 10 Bruno. And Mason Mount.
Mason Mount, Dennis in the
Christian
Eriksen.
Yeah.
Almost that be 10 credit back home.
Eriksen then I ask people, but now United in your willing some better.
United no me ready some on the cash.
Left Baba me refiase. Oko left Garnacho
Rashford oh yes.
Oko no mana Zegzi
and Erasmus Højlund.
Where can never 27.
Oh, Mr. Otuo.
What? We okay. That ask for 45. Yeah,
boss say Mama money be special mention honestly.
And then let's go say brand.
Mama.
But there's a problem.
Sir.
I mean beso obi hu no. This a me obi ekoye no the
oh, boss. You don't trust me.
Unless they wait me
boss. Trust me.
Oh, not trust me. Oh,
because I know crowd. There's only mistake. The more try GM
boss.
What you
there's only say.
And they said goodbye. They
said trust me.
Okay.
Alexo who the my friend here.
Boss, trust me.
Because you go for who the son answer was here called the number.
And I said they say oh here no man no kwade Alexo and Fansuma na kule bi no famra.
You go come na dia ko.
Na car no enti ma ha.
Ode na akule bi dia ba.
Oh boss.
Esa kwan ni be wa say so hwa na e fa you go ka.
Ma onya ba bi mbaki. Tie de ba had the street.
The very aswasa ni ma we am.
Oh, there be e de ba. E be so. Why do the we program.
Boss, ma me chia Oyerepa ma me.
Oyerepa ma me na why.
Oh, Oyerepa ura. Director. See you. Mama.
Yes.
Mama in Chanenra. Only shares yo. Can sim be gumasum.
A foot to a what did
on the tattoo I'll buy today.
A foot to have aqua about soon.
Easy.
Say, we don't have mistake. You
and you do in now with Maka.
Let me.
That's a fool. I'm in Chan.
Hey, our na easy say.
Only Malinda.
Our new Yabetri's car.
Can't director.
We have a trees car.
Alexua.
Hey. And energy.
Mama energy.
Now, doctor, they want you.
Mama energy. Doctor,
Apomudin.
Oh, Apomudin.
I agree.
Let me can papa. Some quality. Honorable.
No. I said, man, I'll go fast. We are two for one. Two for two boss.
Oh, Dallas. Is it to it? Oh, yeah, we must have this kind of door. No one can say if we was a young man and gave you a wedding. Also, so can we? Unless what they say, and no can cash it for. And see, I don't pay. Oh, Dr. Dawood. What's in next week? Me think. Eti, I don't pay. Yaman special good morning. Na yamu akwaba. Emra Samson. Sir, weekend edition of today's post and Kofun Krosun Semtefa a woman yade atu anim
and some doson and I no pay nemom de disefata se wohwe na fe wotie ena yede ema kitikiti man polibi ena ewoma aka nsuo yanom aka bunu pa anopay yabatu ebuase na yatren sam na emra ya confirm emununu nyina ama wo live on NCS Best TV station, live on NCS Best radio station. Abusiam medu eram ewo enra anajude siomu and a transfer window summer 2024-2025. Eba na wiye maybe notable transfers also at the amount na me ba na fe ya bo fixers na results enra appearing na at the amount of pay na Giovanni Lotelso minfan to just enra owuramu our Rebetes enti deal no a completed or your Rebetes player away from player no Yako Ivan Tony. Now, Enra Ivan Tony, £40 million deal. And Brentford at £40 million. No, or your medicals and sample and also contract to say on Sakai, our Premier League room, a official Carlos Sole, from Paris Saint-Germain to West Ham United. You deal no and number and a deal done on straight loan, a loan not option to buy. Young Kwanim Enra Sebastian Haller and a journal or complete a move from Borussia Dortmund. Na oko Leganis home and oko Juma. Now here we go. Enra me catch us Raheem Sterling obe movie. Na deal no enra eno wiye anajono enti Raheem Sterling ekopolon ama Arsenal na osi joining Arsenal is really an unbelievable feeling. Na I'm repeating, this is a perfect fit for me. I know I am small Raheem Sterling after Nidil no or say you're about to see the best of me, says Raheem Sterling. Afei and you be Sir Raheem Sterling near new those days no our Arsenal Crystal Palace F Edinketia F Arsenal £25 million at on snow £5 million and deal no confirmed race nursing abusuam oni amando broja deal no anya ye nanka amo expressa race nursing ebeko Ipswich Town amando broja so na same nambom okoko piemo ewo Fulham, that is race nursing a loan Ruben Gosens onimsam of the Union Berlin Ekoko PM our Fiorentina enti also Ewramum our Fiorentina Victor James Osimhen Enra Chelsea Dombe Bia Dino entime anyaye onim se anajonom Chelsea and komana amu edin na ayesika with the player na so Dino entime amfa enti our 3 days se we make a move to Saudi Arabia na our best so plus to requirement our Stadio Diego Armando Maradona Manu Koni Enra me catch anopano se okoko to Rome na Roma fono confirm dino enti Manu Koni ekusia kan ama AS Roma Winfred Zaha abusia to Olympic de Marseille from Galatasaray Sport Club enti Winfred Zaha Enra ono Ewramo ewo Olympic de Marseille resan semla ema wo Ivan Perisic enso Enra anajonom omovi to Como Oye Como deal no enti Ivan Perisic and Ram among areas deal no Billy Gilmore to Napoli from Brighton deal no sa aye deal bakwa na edi pa onim se former Chelsea player Billy Gilmore na Brighton following your madre sa ambemana ko na so finally Billy Gilmore ekopiemom our Stadio Diego Armando Maradona Stadium na deal bakwa ye di kan catch out data enra and some pona enra anajo desium amosensan document ni bibia eye Jadon Sancho and Sancho to Chelsea a loan obligation to buy and see eno anajo omuwie ni na and all parties sign documents na anopay yere sansem na atu anim ti way a notable transfers etodwa in the summer 2024 2025 deadline day and an pay ya confirm sa details ya ama wo live Oyerepa TV live on Oyerepa 100.7 FM Oyerepa efinyame enti from the notable transfers no yabako major European leagues no major European leagues na dietenie onim se na ano etimi ayeten papa na mom no enra enkunumde etimi ekoi ema Lyon enti be shase eti afi French League anum in a French League an match Otuo Acheampong na yabobo so eti ama ene de ho na ya confirm na ama anopay na Olympic Lyon enra etafie ewo Groupama Stadium ese enai ema Strasbourg eti ekanimu miensa ene match soyi ena Acheampong Brest ebebo Saint Etienne Montpellier ene Nantes ena ebo Toulouse abetrafie ewo Stadium de Toulouse anafe oni Olympique de Marseille eti abani Nyankopon bo wachna Monaco ene Lens ebo ewo Stade Louis Day ewo Monaco Cromo Angers ene Nice ebo ewo Stade Raymond Cooper Angers Cromo Le Havre abetrafie na oni Auxerre eti abosom minfanto anim se Rams ene Rennes ena eti ebani Lille betrafie ewo Decathlon Arena na oni Paris Saint-Germain eti abani enwachi say ena table no esi etie ewo French League anum onim se after match day 2 Paris Saint-Germain ena LED 6 points and 9 goals Lille etosumienum with 6 points plus of 4 goals. Monaco etoso miensa with 6 points plus of 3 goals. Lens etoso 9 with 6 points plus of 3 goals. Olympique de Marseille etoso enum with 4 points plus of 4 goals. Meresan Semno atuanim now. Okay, top scorers our French League Anuma Bacola our Paris Saint-Germain was 3 goals. Mason Greenwood yes onum our Olympique de Marseille and also as 3 goals. You don't sem Emma and Ano pay enti from French League An. Yeberamum ewo the Bundesliga no matches Otuo Acheampong and Nyankopon bo wachna matches nibi ebetimi atoa so na enra say ana ekoye Union Berlin etrafie ese bakom St. Pauli and to be ante Stuttgart and obo mine so 5 1:30 ewo MHP Arena ewo Stuttgart Kromo Eintracht Frankfurt and Hoffenheim and edi ebo so Werder Bremen abetrafie na oni Borussia Dortmund eti aboso bohum betrafie ewo Vonovia Stadion na oni Borussia Mönchengladbach eti abani afi Holstein Kiel abetrafie na on Wolfsburg at the abosom na bear of for Leverkusen and 4:30 amane RB Leipzig ebo ewo Bay Arena ewo Leverkusen Kromo na Nyankopon bo a edatna Heidenheim atrafie na on Augsburg at the aboso Bayern Munich and Freiburg and ebo ewo Allianz Stadium say and a table no esi etie Freiburg LED after match day 1 onim say amo ewo 3 points Heidenheim ewo 3 points Dortmund our 3 points, Leverkusen our 3 points, and Bayern Munich and some our 3 points, Leipzig our 3 points, Hoffenheim our 3 points now, Andra Kramaric our Hoffenheim on as 3 goals into Golden Boot Olidi and a flowing weight and your 2 goals and pay your son no at 2 and him our Jumatian Sunti Yabefio Nafe Yako Siri Anum matches Otuo Acheampong Enra Yanya 2 matches our Siri Anum our match day 3 num Venezia Etrafie Emma Torino, Ebon Ekabakwa, woman Timmy Ante, Inter Milan, Etrafie, our Stadio Giuseppe Mayanza, our Milano Cromo, Wamasa and 9 Atalanta, and so Antime Ante Academy, Jim City, and now go Nicolo Balera, Etim Epo Ghost Nubi, and an inform Marcos Oturam, and so about 2 goals at the Emma Inter Milana, and no pay Meresan Samno, Etawo, na Bologna, and Empoli. ate ebani our Stadio Renato Daara our Bologna Como Leti and Cagliari ate ebani Lazio Betrofie na oni AC Milan ate aboso our Stadio Olimpico Roma Como Napoli and Parma ate aboso our Stadio Diego Armando Maradona Stadium our Napoli na fe odumfo no dumya eda etna Fiorentina atrofie our Stadio Antonio Franchi na oni Monza ate abani Genoa betrofie our Stadio Comuni Ligi Ferraris na oni Hellas Verona ate abani Ocheampong 645 Juventus and Roma ate ebosom our Alliance Stadium our Torino Como and a game no ebetime atofem Udini ebetrofie our Blue Energy Stadium na oni Como ate abani way ay match Otuo ebetime atodwa na say and table no esi etem after match day 2 and Inter Milan bought the match day 3 and see our 7 points plus of 6 goals Juventus about 2 matches with 6 points plus of 6 goals Torino Atosumi and Sam with 4 points here San 7 was say and our top scorers no esi etia our Serie A no wonim say Marcus Thuram aponoma de papa Marcus Thuram enra onya 2 goals e kan 2 goals na wadi kan ashe dada no ho eti Marcus Thuram etime ashe 4 goals me dis San 7 no atu onim enano pay yanko Spanish Primera División Santander La Liga no na fe yanhwe match day 4 fixtures said the City FC Barcelona abetan fe na 3 p.m. our Estadio Olympic Luis Companies na amne Real Valladolid at the abani Isidro Diaz de Mera a center referee Athletic Club Bilbao and Atletico de Madrid and Ebo our summer mess barrier Bilbao Alejandro Hernandez a center referee 5 p.m. 5:15 p.m. Espanyol about Rayo Vallecano our state front stadium na Ejen Cordero a center referee Valencia about Villarreal our Estadio de Mestalla our Valencia Como Jesus Gil Manzano a center referee Lihanis Etrofie our Estadio Municipal de Batak na fe amne Mallorca at the abani Mario Marrero a center referee way and the games ebetim atodwa that is Sunday Deportivo Alaves and Las Palmas and Ebo our Estadio de Mendozorosa na Victor Garcia a center referee our match no Osasuna and it's de Vigo Ebo our Estadio El Sada our Pamplona Juan Martinez a center referee Sevilla and Girona at the Ebony our Estadio Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Jose Sanchez Martinez a center referee Hetafe Betrafi our Estadio Coliseum na one Real Sociedad at the Ebony Jose Munuera a center referee Real Madrid and Real Betis a Bochnam our Estadio Santiago Bernabeu Javier Abalora a center referee and match day 4 of the Spanish Primera División Santander fixtures ebetodam and mede amwano pay say and top scorers no FC Barcelona about 3 matches with excellent performance amo 9 points plus of 3 goals afe Villarreal etoso mienum with 7 points plus of 2 goals Celta de Vigo etoso miensa with 6 points plus of 2 goals Yarasan Semina ejo anopay Atletico de Madrid etoso 9 with 5 points plus of 3 goals Real Madrid etoso enum with 5 points plus of 3 goals anopay yade table no atu anim after match day 3 say and petit no etie Robert Lewandowski of FC Barcelona as 3 goals Iago Aspas our Celta de Vigo 2 goals and Danjuma and not Villarreal and also as 2 goals to aswa yade san 7 ejaw and anopay on this note Yoramo the English Premier League num na fe match Otuo etodwa and I not play in the English Premier League. You know, some at to him a Saturday, Sunday fixes and a da screens no na yeah live. Our Oyerepa TV, NCS best TV station yeah live. Our Oyerepa 100.7 FM. Oyerepa efinyame and Facebook page, you know. Oyerepa live, Oyerepa radio, Oyerepa live, Oyerepa radio. O dense obese na wa comment me ba na the boss player to no wasi akinkanina. Ama said say and said a further match day 3 of the English Premier League. Arsenal 11:30 early kickoff ya. One better fie our Emirates Stadium London Cromo na amune Brighton at the abosom na Chris Covenant center referee game no 11:30 anwa kai asanunsom na 2 p.m. games ni say ana isi etie Brentford better fie our D-Tech Community Stadium na on Southampton at the aboso Joshua Smith center referee 2 p.m. na Everton any AFC Bournemouth ebebo our Goodison Park Liverpool Cromo Stuart Atwell center referee Swiss Town ebebo our Portsmouth Road emra amani Fulham at the Albany Lee Smith center referee Leicester City and Aston Villa at the Eboso our King Power Stadium David Coates center referee Nottingham Forest ebebo Wolverhampton Wanderers our the City Ground Simon Hooper center referee 2 p.m. games and na 4:30 West Ham United and Manchester City ebebo our London Stadium London Cromwell Michael Oliver center referee our sa game num and wachi Ochina Chelsea our Stamford Bridge emra dumienu abo apemu amane Crystal Palace and ebo Gerard Gillett center referee afe North Newcastle United and Tottenham Spurs ebebo our St James's Park na Robert Jones center referee Manchester United and Liverpool Old Trafford Anthony Taylor center referee our sa game num way and matches outdoor over the weekend our English Premier League num na Manchester City abusiam one and early day with 6 points plus of 5 goals. Brighton tosum with 6 points plus of 4 goals. Arsenal etoso miensa with 6 points plus of 4 goals. Liverpool tosu and 9 with 6 points plus of 4 goals. Tottenham Spurs tosu enum with 4 points plus of 4 goals. And after Newcastle United tosu ensia 4 points plus of 1 goal. You're doing some atuanim and then anoplay na Erling Haaland. He just can't stop scoring 4 goals and was Manchester City or the LED Gokino afe Noni Maduake with Chelsea was 3 goals. Mohamed Salah Gali, Liverpool 2 goals. Son Heung-min, Tottenham Spurs 2 goals. And Dan Welbeck of Brighton. And so I said 2 goals. Yet San Semino at 2 and then I don't pay into way a major European leagues fixes outdoor. Etoja and you're doing some at 2 and I don't pay showing you live. Our Facebook page and also Oyerepa Radio, Oyerepa Live on Facebook. Yes, yeah. The Italy na fe yedin come na uko Luciano Spalletti na soya Luciano Spalletti I say the Squadron Azuris of Italy say oye player na autunesa at the afrewa echesa our believe ewo mu echesa and Yama oppressor oye with a team no bet me a fit into his system. Na young fan to just Colompa, why no Jean Juno and Kao, afe Brian Cristante and Kao, and afe Mateo Damien, Omina and Can squad and home. I know I and Sama if he the Squadron Azuris of Italy. I must say, Etoja and Anope na Oko Slovan Bratislava. I must say, I must say UEFA competitions outdoor ebetoja afino the group stages of UEFA Champions League masa omunkonkonkonko dia grow. And yes, beer, I'm gonna stars and I estimate a share. Yes, beer, I'm gonna top teams. One more thing, our competition, my shanty, Swabia or Swabia, anyhow, and no answer my free team. Not so, yeah, Eba Marco Baroni, Lazio, Hope. head coach na head coach ne tudwa sa oni AC Milan na kwakobo AC Milan for no kranie niema head down fast emfa ema Milan since ya started a few scudetto no na obetwa nim sa obetimi adinkunim ewo Milan so kase bia ebe mere formality game ne bia Lazio kwakwose easy enya easy kra na mom this time around amo pesa wo mo bere AC Milan fokro mamenko Juventus asuye onim sa manager ema Juventus Thiago Motta and I confirm say ono Thiago Motta are you happy with squad team no etimi ate eba this summer transfer window the likes of Kefron Turam nom Douglas Luis Cope minus omina etimi eba say are you happy with squad omutimi eba na challenge for the Scudetto pressure bia any team no so say I and ya chin young konkonkoje the Scudetto was kakra project in for them on say with time team no ebetimi adro Thiago Motta nsem and ya di amono pay na Olympic drama say young fan to just say Ismail Benasel dino ayadine na antimi uncomplete nanka amope Ismail Benasel enra anadu the sunum still amoya phone call saudo eko Milan na Ismail Benasel ni deal no nsay na tie na so deal no antimi anyaya anopay ma confirm live on Oyerepa TV, live on Oyerepa 100.7 FM, NCS best radio station, NCS best TV station. Abusia anopay ye ko Spain from Italy no ye be rum I was Spain anafe ye din komo I was Spain anopay on Oyerepa live Oyerepa radio on Facebook. According to Real Madrid team doctors no almost say anopay authoritatively young confirm Emma yana chef form and yana tier for NTB say Eduardo Camavinga he's progressing very well very soon. Eduardo Camavinga ebam exact mother than feel atwasa insightful passes no at the ama strikers na goals no atime aba na Kylian Mbappe Lotin enra onim say Don Carlo Ancelotti the press conference ahead of weekend D game against Rebetes and I say among four can SMP and a crap Yanim Kylian Mbappe sa ne bona albon goals eka ho na mimi coach no mini but issue bia with Kylian Mbappe sa ocha Madrid games ni bi na sa o kan kra utimu say Kylian Mbappe is playing very well see baby we see goals no en kakra ebetime aba o say Johia fit ni team na Kylian Mbappe nkwa from Thibaut Courtois to the last player or bench improvement and here and near Bessasa Madrid Hans Flick I mean cut na so na Hans Flick say nyamianum no kranie Bansa fi player bi na no be kaya wo me game am boy and Mark Bernard okoko prayer o se nyamia nimnie am fi Mark Bernard emfinfiwa afi aduma enkobe ye ade amatim no am fi ne papa nambom am be yisa adwendwene de afi o na am focus akọ other matches no so the likes of Mark Kasa Domo ewo ho where spirit say am betimi deliver na Germany defender Jonathan Tah and a to jam. Sir, young Kamo Biantimente, he was linked to Manchester United, Dubabi, he was linked to Barca, a lot of clubs, and Jonathan Tah, I'm a link Jonathan Tah too. Now, I say, the back catcher by all for Leverkusen fans, and say, I am committed to the club. Now, and see that, say, a tender in transfer request, say, a free team num said last year in the Bundesliga. Unbeaten in all matches no afi I'm trying to say unbeaten me Acheampong so na fenima koye ama wom na anopay yanko Oyerepa TV no so na fe yanhwe enema Hans Flick training grounds and can say experience is the best teacher papa no the nyabre training grounds papa enya good day and all day our training ground so and pay ya don some to anim e wo dwumaden so na Barca squad no say ne sitie afi anya Mark Andre ter Stegen ebe Iñaki Pina na oko Alejandro Balde na so ya onu so be je ho Jules Koundé abebo na oba center backs na eye Inigo Martinez, Ronald Araujo, afe Kubasi, Eric Garcia and Christensen among any center backs abusua wom ehon center backs Barca wa fi ambe compete eye Marco enum na Pedri and Frank de Jong and Mark Casanto Gavi to say among and a 4 midfielders a coach no ebe tusu ebi afim number 10 Rono Dani Olmo Fermin Lopez Obetu Subako Nafe Robert Lewandowski nom Lamine Yamal nom and Rafinha nom and so Ali de attack at the ama team na and pay ya don some to name na Anra Hansi Flick unimsa ne press conference yeah and in central form ebusa Hansi Flick Lamine Yamal kan kra na oye ideal player now pay and on say Sometymer Kumasemai ewiase enyina etie come on monte sa no kra ne say ocha brante no modimba boy ewo Eros ne dia ye ni team bi owiase a empempe yi osi onya Nicholas Williams ompe na Paris Saint-Germain left back one Bernard memfan to jasa enra anajo dasuo mu deal no etime ekoso remo ewo Villarreal okoya djuma ete ama wamom na Diego Pablo Simeone Gonzalez Estadio Citaves Metropolitano coach na Diego Pablo Simeone and to just nano Jonah Otrafie ewa Estadio Citaves Metropolitano boy no otrina atime atunati se concentration ewa other matches no so or say omo good business ewa transfer window no afi na so be change environment na oba eyen kakra nyesa otrama na etu na Xavi Galam abusua or say otra Atletico de Madrid project Diego Pablo Simeone ayenom ofisa abeso bapa Valencia Samu Castro Valencia form at terminating a contract into letters I don't know Luis de la Fuente and to just Dani Olmo are you happy say Dani Olmo about Spain about Besiakan or senior Sebiano Yoke say Oya Juma with RP Leipzig and then with Barcelona and Yabeko ye at the ama Dani Olmo be grow a lot into his squad and now Luis de la Fuente Spanish national team head coach and then Sama or Tuja and I don't pay and no maybe can some way and some shall say Boba Bansa Phone so do no and say Omusika 70 Jejan Suya Omudomani Abacha Abibrem ha 18 and now say Otuo former player Emma Accra Lions Oma Sino Eko Oma Academy num na Diabanye Omo say Omutimi balance Omo books na 1-1 runo nyama nyina koya and Diaba Kombedwe ho and say Abibrem ha Womeba ha na Amaya Academy sa Otuo ewo ha yere sansem na atu anim ene anopay na Barca omo game omo ebo ene no yamfan to dwasa omo Valladolid ena ebo manager Hansi Flick ekasaye efa Eric Garcia transfer ho Champions League draw or can wasem ena game against Valladolid Hansi Flick ekanwasem yenti Hansi Flick.
When we saw the draw, I saw it yesterday also with Marcus and my assistant coach, and we were a little bit surprised how it happens, but it was really great. So I think it's very interesting the opponents we have, and of course, yeah, there are two German clubs, but at the end we will see what happens on Saturday when we know exactly when we play against which team. So this will be very important, but now I'm focused on the match for tomorrow.
Can you confirm that Eric Garcia will stay at Barca for the rest of the season?
Yes, I can.
Are you surprised at the start of the season that Real Madrid are dropping points?
No, it will be a long season, and I don't care about the situation actually. I focused on our team, on Barca. This is the important thing, and also that we have to do our job. We did it the last 3 matches good, so also hopefully we do it tomorrow. And this is what I can say, because we had 1 day off yesterday, and today we start again to prepare for the match against Valladolid. And what I can see now, the players are fresh. Hopefully they are also tomorrow fresh, but they're doing really good in this training and last training before the match. And so this is the positive thing. And we are looking forward. We believe in our strength. We believe in our idea how we want to play. And this is, actually the situation.
And no, I Hans Flick or say John on an assistant coach and a technical team no by a surprise kakra. Nemo ne squad no said ya omo pese omo ebono omo abebo o didie ewo ne squad no Hans Flick nsema o de tu dwa anopay ye de ato anim eno no ye live ewo Facebook page so Oyerepa live on Facebook, Oyerepa radio, Oyerepa live on Facebook. Odia, obeye ene se obe commente na washe na officer samayi player be pan a movie a surprise war officer samayi player ben and na we spread so obe movie a went to me a movie ningina oko Facebook page wa eye Oyerepa live Oyerepa radio on Facebook. Now into England, ye call Arsenal so ye Declan Rice and I say Aaron Ramsday. Oh did you oh no say obetime adeliver ewo Southampton Bobo Konum or ye good goalkeeper or kaino onenom ewo the 3 Lions of England camp e ananya sem ketwa enti I believe say ebeko ye at the amana receive very well na uko Mikel Merino na so ya onti be emmo gamer Arsenal Ebono and Neneby early kickoff 11:30 against Brighton. Sound so and a national assignment Nations League fixtures against Serbia and Switzerland. Opening days of September and Spain and one bebo side games no ultimate MOB. Na anonia bopi Arsenal medical team na ebuso say Mikel Merino. The situation is say and ebeko and also after international break you know you be say Mikel Merino Siakai at the Arsenal Mikel Arteta at the Atujose Ukrainian Arsenal LBBA on betting at their fight for the English Premier League or say and pay authoritatively yanka set with Arsenal squadra Ekutom and Prempeno they fight for the league title. Former Liverpool skipper Grim Souness and the Atujose Rice Rashford, Jude Bellingham, your talenta. I was the team at the 3 Lions of England trophy. And yes, a beer team no cup finals and Mianuntia. Na enough. As a squad na ekuta England no. Our talented players way I was say ultimate trophy Emma the 3 Lions of England Martin Keown and the air to just say Raheem Sterling swaba na Raheem Sterling abano does it mean Raheem Sterling have a start our Arsenal on June Raheem Sterling a starter our Arsenal.
Brilliant, Ben. Great work. Stay with us, Ben, for the moment. Martin, how would you fancy Raheem to pitch up and play for Arteta and your boys?
You know, it's interesting because when you look at what Arteta was the coach, wasn't he, at Man City when they were certainly getting the very best from Sterling, and he was talking about him recently, saying, you know, he demonstrated that we needed to change our approach, the way that we dealt with the player.
Yeah.
So maybe he's got a special relationship there. So I don't see that out of the realms of possibility that could happen. I'd like to know what the possible fee would be for Sterling, for Arsenal to play, because they have done a sort of a remit of, you know, value for money in the way that they work, and maybe Arsenal are now ready to kind of make this type of signing, because they had a lot of dead wood to get rid of. And their policy, hasn't it, been to make sure they're young players predominantly, but players that are going to actually get into the 11. I'm not sure Sterling will do that, but he would give good competition.
You see, Sammy, we were talking the other day, and you raised an eyebrow. I'm trying to find the sum that I was told that Raheem, to settle with Chelsea, would be due one bunch of money.
And see, Martin and sir, he will be a good addition. Never say all started there. About day at the Amano Ewo Arsenal on Oyerepa Live, Oyerepa Radio on Facebook, Oyerepa Live, Oyerepa Radio on Facebook, on Oyerepa TV, on Oyerepa 100.7 FM, Oyerepa Efinyame na Enra Mikel Arteta press conference Okasaye on Brighton Gamer 11:30 etoja after deadline day transfers no expect really no expect say Raheem Sterling ebeba and after engine news our camp a confirm sir the boy was in pain. That's Mikel Arteta.
Yes, very unfortunate. Yesterday he had a collision and he's got a shoulder injury, unfortunately, and it looks like he's going to be out for a few weeks. Wow. Yeah, first session with us, yeah. Yeah, it is, and it was really exciting. We're all very excited. Everything was looking very good, and he landed on the floor. Gabby went on top of him, and it looks like he's got a small fracture probably. Well, we have to see. He was in so much pain. We have to wait and see with SAF to do some more tests on that, and they would have probably more conclusive answers. This is football. You know, overall, we have tried to do all the things that we wanted. There was a lot to do. Still a few hours to go, and nothing. And we are prepared. Let's see. It's always possible. And the last 24 hours in the transfer window, never rule anything. First of all, say thank you so much for what he's done for the club, for the team, for myself. So when he joined, he brought a lot of joy. He brought.
Anoya Mikel Arteta, manager Emma Arsenal in Sama on the Tuta, and then I pay Jamie Redknapp on him, sir, or your former Liverpool midfielder, and I'll say £13 million for Federico Chiesa. A good signing. Emma Liverpool on him say a lot. Emma Liverpool team no. Or say we are manager untimin complain sir uni attack anti and slot untimin complain. You say our a lot of options now. You see Liverpool attack no attack like Mo Salah. That is the Egyptian king Mohamed Salah. Cody Gakpo, Darwin Nunes, Diogo Jota, Luis Diaz. When options are available, Emma and slot. We are happy with the ones we have signed. And no manager, Emma Liverpool no say transfer business across summer 2024-2025. No players are Liverpool assign. Oh, you're happy with some players. No.
Of course, we're happy with the ones we signed because I said many times that it's difficult for us to make the team even stronger because we already have a very strong team. And if we then find them, of course, we're very happy with that. So Chiesa is someone who can help us for the short term. And Mamashvili, I think I pronounced it then really good, is I think one of the examples where this club did in the past very good as well, that we look also at the future, long-term future of the club. I'm not expecting anything, but again, it's no difference than all the days before. If we see an opportunity, we could act, but I'm not expecting anything. It's going to be different, of course, because when we played them in the States, I think it was 50-50 when it was about the fans. The stadium was somewhere the same. I think it was 80,000 or something like this. But the atmosphere will be completely different, of course, because I'm not expecting half of the stadium that they are cheering for us or they're in favor for us. Would be surprised, though, if it happens.
Maminfi Liverpool na fe minko Manchester United amakate na Scott McTominay ono a player kaneno ema Manchester United enra Eric Ten Hag a feeling it to say emra boy efi Manchester United no say lawyer a missed feeling and then I say o feel happy for the boy and I say feel bad. It sounds like Dubabia. About 10 years more team no. Name Manchester United also is getting good money. And no summer. Urano ati etuja and then ano pay Pep Guardiola at the Atujasa Julian Alvarez deal to Atletico de Madrid. No, Officer, a mistake. It was a mistake. And as a team, officer, they could have decided. I want to buy a casa. Not for what's not what's your kind. I'm a team no peg dollar and ra and Central for Busano on Kawaka as a Kawaka. No, they say, oh, squad, Fanan Kaho. Na, still. Are a part of Manchester City. Na obianim quality sa Kawoka ewo eno aye Pep nsema oti etuja na Grimsunes enemy Rodri as modern day number 6 or say Rodrigo Cascante aye modern day number 6 na or say boy no a lot and a war at the Emma football na ojini pa sa City team no build around boy no to baby na onimua utum se citizen ni sheki kakra ene ensema oruano eti etudwa ene anopay Giovanni Lo Celso and I say oda Tottenham Spurs impending for ase esan semra deal no boy ono catch impending for say opese oko na amugini tomu a ofi say abeboam ama anima koye eti amano he would have been a good signing for Chelsea. Paul Merson and I say Ivan Toney. Sanka Chelsea for Pusie for Ivan Tonya and ka ababu Chelsea papa in Kenya say nay or Saudi Arabia. Paul Merson.
Yeah, I think it's a bittersweet one for him. I know he's going to go and earn an unbelievable amount of money in Saudi Arabia, but he's worked so hard to get where he got to be one of the best forwards, and for no one to really come in for him and make that offer, it'd be a bittersweet one, really. I think part of him will be great. He'll never have to work again in his life. But at the other stage, he's thinking, surely I'd have thought someone would have come in and paid 40 or 50 million pounds for me, because he is one of the best centre forwards in the Premier League. 100%. And you're buying someone who's proven, who scored goals in a lesser team, who's going to go and play for one of the big boys. So it's not like you're buying someone in, Ailey, who's going to take 6 months to bed in and might get used to the league. This bloke's proven he's scored goals in a team that are, you know, a middle-of-the-table team. He's better than what Chelsea have got, you know, and that's the name of the game. You've got to buy players that are better than what you've got.
Now, mid-table team Brentford crossing or share goals. I think Chelsea there and can a lot of goals at the woman. Now, Eric Ten Hag before Jadon Sancho Dino completed. Now, or your press conference or say Jadon Sancho, I expect him to stay. Or say onu coach nkwadia na nkobe pese Jadon Sancho abetna. Don't you think say coachy or your politics ningi na obetim do adwenche aba on Facebook Oyerepa radio Oyerepa live Eric Ten Hag your politics and runner ombuzana say Jadon Sancho nanka be pese obetna anase nkobe ko osimidie nanka me pese otna Eric Ten Hag.
Yes, we expect it, but I can't confirm it by now.
Can you also update what the situation is with Jadon Sancho?
Yeah, he's playing our squad, and we are happy with him. And we need a good squad. We need depth in the squad. We have to play many games till January. So the new format of Europe. So after the break, we will play every third game. So we need absolutely options, as I know, yeah.
And see squad depth so one sem and a otese alkano na Pep Guardiola aden and a man pe backup ama Ellen Haaland and also on your long squad no pay and a squad no hono on and person mo yejuma.
I'm happy with the squad. So I didn't expect, because I didn't expect Julian was leaving. But I didn't expect, I don't know, because he had conversations for a long time ago with other clubs, his agent, so could happen. But at the end, always you think maybe it's going to stay, but that didn't happen. And after we saw that we have, of course, you have many injuries will be a problem, but hopefully, you know, in 2-3 months, it's back Oscar and Phil is in that position, and Makati can play in that position, Gundogan can play in that position, Bernardo can play in that position, a different type of players like Erling, of course. So, and maybe it's a mistake, I don't know, but I like to work with not a long squad. I don't like to leave a lot of players without playing for a long time. And when you have a long squad and no injuries, start a month without playing, and I don't like it. And also I feel when everybody's involved and with the chance to play, the performance of the team is always better. So, and that's why I prefer, I know the group, I know how incredibly serious and professional they are, and commitment in every single game.
and we Pep Guardiola me a quota. Me squad bebre bon say kakra bi na bo na bi titi bencha bon amomobie Pep nsem enonom na Enzo Maresca coach Emma Chelsea ochna on a Crystal Palace ebebo na wa preview game no na expectation and of a transfer ningina Enzo Maresca ekasafao.
I was very happy also. Anyway, I was not happy because we lost against City, but I think the performance against City was good. Everyone now talk about Wolves because we won. But as I said, we are in the right direction. That for me in this moment is the most important thing.
Would you say the Chelsea fans got a clear indication of how you want to play this season, the style of football?
The style is clear. This is the way we like to play. Logically, sometimes there is also another team that they are there trying to do the best for them, so sometimes it's not easy. But overall, I think since day one, the identity of the team is quite clear, and hopefully, as I said, day by day we can improve and we can win more games.
Eno Enzo Maresca Okasaye efa so far in the English Premier League said enyama ako eno chechem say oye happy it's okay nemum no ade na nyanche won say against City omulusu ye na team no ebo good football afa game against Wolverhampton Wanderers improvement ebaye na star of play so kwanya Chelsea peso faso ebo no ball and say from day one obia hu kwanya Chelsea efaso ebo no ball na yebefio na afa yako Oliver Glasner na so ye Mark Gehi o confirming enra say wo believe on mu na omunim de obetime aye ama the spark amrante no enti eno anko babia.
But I never was really in doubt, so because first of all, really congrats to Crystal Palace, to the chairman, to the owners, to everyone that they didn't give in, and especially after the transfer of Joachim Andersen, it was very important that Mark stays, and also really thank you to Mark that we always were very close and talking a lot, and he didn't, all the rumors didn't influence his performance, his mood, his professionality, and so it was also, he always told me it's not that he's not pushing.
Oliver Glasner ena otenen kano na abusiam Eric Ten Hag hoka nsembio odietie miwia mema wonso akere wadwene na Eric Ten Hag ena say Anslot adwuma na oye Liverpool no efuten ono na adwuma oye ewo Manchester United adan or say I think the players, the partnerships, the relationships in that team are very clear, and that is what he inherited. That has been built over the past years. And no Eric Ten Hag or say Osha players are ewo Liverpool. Osha relationship with a team. Na Osha be a team no one team I build their tour data and slot abefa eno Eric Ten Hag compared to ono Manchester United team afei ena obehye intersem ya Eric Ten Hag dia tudwe eno kre say Manchester United any Liverpool juma no and slot juma no efo chen na juma oye ewo Manchester United ana se wadwene on Facebook page or Oyerepa live Oyerepa radio Oyerepa live Oyerepa radio and slots na juma no F chen juma Eric Ten Hag with United on Oyerepa live Oyerepa radio on Facebook. Olympic de Marseille enra omo ewie ne mo pay from Goodison Park, Everton. Na boy no at the Everton fans na say na ose okokotoaso with Olympic de Marseille. Na uko Germany Kingsley Coman abusia wa decided sa abe fight for position ewo Bayern Munich anya se bia nanka ya Tommy man continue no abe fight for position. Bayern board member Max Ebel NHM say, are you happy with transfer? Akoso afi Hurricane say, and dear Aka, and it's a budget trophies with Bayern Munich. Nano on your top scorer, Golden Boot, no ate or Euros or yes said that to be so new demon for the Kaino. A trophies in tea, a feed or training trophies na Zopahiha. Or in some P and a etime atuja or say Obekaya last season. The deal didn't happen. Na a idea senepa. I know none of this were doing Nanasa Ababua na Bayern Munich etime adit trophies outdoor Zopahiha. Nisma or the Tuja Oko Franza Everton Young Fan Tuja se a real Mangala and also on loan from Olympic Lyon to Everton and numere and a Sardino etime ewie oba be piemo our Zlatko Lugarosic oye meba Africa and also Enra Eswatini 4 point and say ome coach emfa ema wamwa ya don some to anim uko US Open Naomi Osaka eti atuja se afim US Open anode US Open we no masa udia global surprise and no answer Naomi Osaka eti etuja Nick Curious and at the air to just on the bond with Carlos Alcaraz, no, still Felician Ano, Shoka, Carlos Alcaraz, and ya know, and young Susan, so Bonibia, our Carlos Alcaraz, so it got Siatek, and Tuja, sir, social media abuse outdoor. Echo it on a gas Siatek, no, Nadia, sir, a Hanokra, the concentration, and it's a bet me I winning the US Open now. Paula Badosa, a back-to-back Grand Slam second weeks, and a waiting at Tim Krima, Yara San Semino, to an him, and then I pay na Udawan him, a coco piemo, and some food from me call Julian Alvarez, and I say, Julian Alvarez, Adia Tujasa, Nukrenie, Timna, Ekuta. Atletico de Madrid Afino a fight for the Spanish Primera División Santander and no Julian Alvarez and Insema or the air to Jano pay you're doing na Emma War live on Oyerepa TV live on Oyerepa 100.7 FM na Amando Broja Abusanfo Amando Broja on him sir a loan 30 million pounds buy option completely and an Everton form about 20 Everton and so it's me FR boy now you don't some Emma War Everton entry sorry Bia Emma Amando Project Chelsea and about ya a day Emma Womom afe boss unimisa oko Turkey oko Greece oko Portugal oko Saudi na oko Hollanda omo transfer window no Emma na wiye Chelsea be business with Sa Amino, Turkey, Greece, Portugal, Saudi and Holland. David Dastro Fofana. It is expected to say Abeko na fakwa kusia kaya. Yete on some Emma War. Boss Garatasa and so a proposal for Mario Hermoso somra. Emma Juma.
Now see a koi.
Why?
Ivorian ya no Crystal.
Winfred Zaha.
Olympic Lyon.
Lyon Okoye, yes. Olympic Lyon. Okay, no fanchame.
Olympic
Lyon Oko.
Okay.
From Galatasaray to Lyon.
What the topic we are to just one?
I didn't know. You person one for trauma.
Say, trend is saying.
Say, dear Ten Hag Gekano. No crana. Or say.
As for no credit, no credit.
Or say.
Say Liverpool is in a better condition today than Man U. That is a fact.
Or say Timaya toward the dad.
Okay, but
ya toward the dad.
No, and you cannot. Solanambua. The Liverpool today you see today.
100.7.
About Obi so a new coach in Tinko Bayano and on also say Liverpool team no. What said the club bona.
Yeah, you're the
empire. Or without a DM, this is coach
on back. I want it to have.
Okay.
Oh, dear, once I assembly about Otuo Bono. Can I some no kind be? Yeah, quick one. Bapo, our Zach, ne, Ubed, no be around now. Yeah, you had your all canoe. nipa de yen so na no sa.
I'll say Manchester United manager Eric Ten Hag has reacted to we are Scott McTominay. Mame
Akwani J fans o Italy ho.
Scott.
Hey, okay.
Eric Ten Hag insists and Slot has an easier task at Liverpool than he does at United, but admit the challenge is why he came to Old Trafford.
Okay, then you know say easier task.
I say, I think the players, the partnerships,
the
partnerships, the
relationships
in the team are very clear.
Okay,
and that is what he inherited.
The players, the partnerships, the relationships
in that team are very clear. And that is what he inherited.
Okay.
That has been built over the past years.
Okay, built over the past years.
Yes.
Okay.
La
ntiabedasi. O de fejaye.
Uja fa bono Oyerepa che no betre.
Ye de asem beto de da. Ye be hwese ye nye ntwantia.
Okay.
Na ya kan de say the city. On the surface of it, you agree with him.
Oyerepa FM 100.7.
Today, the Liverpool team is built over the years.
I think boss, but Adiana
Ekoso. And to what you to say, and Cresse the team.
Oh, team leader at the hole.
Okay, Nany Diana on any.
Or buy no coach no Susanka, only good coach. Coach no boss, coach no only good coach or buy no.
That was it.
The first season you
2 or 3 years on team your team you over the 10 years na 8 man.
Or just say the we be 2 year no.
Boss on no be 2 year no. And what say ni ye.
Tio. Do no be 2 year no.
Let me see the agreement.
Do can say why inherited team wa. Yeah, do no inherit and the nye.
And when you 3 years to fix in the
3 years to build a team.
I don't know. Why now? But when you have travel cancer,
last season, a whole department of the Liverpool team was completely dismantled. The central defense, central midfield department was completely dismantled. Last season. Yes.
Last season, so both mobile.
It was completely dismantled.
Also, can one aspect, but Salam or Divine.
That's the engine of the team. It was completely dismantled. The Papa, when players about when back crowd, when baby, what's on the team? No, I
say, as at the time, now, dear Jumani Shemin Sano. Anytime no adwumade send sano enya de kro so the other can encomium
what benya adwuma na wie what be mu adwuma what be si dan na so windows why bibia wie dan na mutu ya de condition bom bibia kama empany light nyina sisim
only Liverpool boy coach ifofro awaba ne no so me the edit team ne share me nsano na enyina ne na so say Liverpool there over the period no Oma build this year so over there's this partnership he has quality players the relationship everything is fine. I mean they man and on they live
baby massa make can say me we managerial adwuma wa o hyehyɛ ye and short buy no he's
not talking about that too
na on cancer boss na sem no on cancer ba me ye me we
go yen ka de waka
oh na sem no waka de say no cre
and slot buy why you now onyen you but see
and there no cre
as at the time he's taking over Liverpool
yeah
as and who take over Man City
No, I out to order.
Nature say or say or no the adwuma na aka no enye den sa.
I know crandy.
I think that's the point. Mama mo bo fu. On Liverpool fu mo.
That's more working.
Okay, all right.
Yet your baby dream and we any abri say.
That's fine. That's fine.
Now, but na watching
be I find it. My trust so big and they always imagine it so say match we oh na cry you me jom za
no by dey no dey Arsenal
watch Arsenal back go any about draw bibi but you say baza back some say referee
oh wait my referee asem exactly wait my referee asem
guy
and I share go be na omo chia line okay
I was on chia line VR for the chia line ba for me no headline na afi asem no say
so ba you ba analyze asem no asana to ba
me check here under his watch. He has signed 24 players.
Oui.
24.
With me assassin we.
Bankola kakra 5. Like Oma so job for team no 2022. In the 2022 summer basin Manchester are signing 24 players. It's one can say Liverpool or better condition.
Yes, you're not saying it's a Liverpool.
Say be better
than Man U. On cancer.
Time now
statement on the Entiasiana.
And by so Buffalo you are too late.
Time na idea adwuma na sano. Anytime I didn't dey e shen sano. Ono no dey na ye chen me dey.
Edam yenu ni esie. Baako ya kurusu baako odu lentes ana opese o kire wo.
No, but what you say, baako de man so on to aso no. Na ka painting go an. Ono so de man no be too foundation. I think that is for example na dey back. And no put in a good state. Okay. What to assign more? Mami more example. Zoben. So on me na no account.
Oh, to me monitor we.
Was signing from 2020 Mami 2022. So Brian Bro be the inform down. But that's on down.
Bambo Man U. And I'm so omo dey hires in your account.
Omo dey hires account. Okay, but Man U dey no amend me but men gas Tare Malaysia. Sunday ono Christian Eriksen. Lisandro Martinez, Zolo Kaimame. Casemiro. Anthony. Martin Dubravka. Jack Bodland. Hey, you don't know. Osano. Wood Wogost. Loan you are the buyer. Marcel Sabitzer. Mason Mount. Johnny Evans. Andre Onana. Rasmus Hodgland. Arte Bam the keeper wrong. Arte Bam does one. Sofiane Amrabat, Lord General. Sergio Regulon. Joshua Zegzi. Leno Yero. Masu Mazurai. Matthias Delet. Manuel Ugarte. 22. Players under is watching.
What do you come? Defender no free Madrid by now.
Defender free man. I'm very great, Mamo.
Hey, you know, you better film there's anyone more boss squad no. We better film one boss squad no.
Alberton, Nyani, Morino,
sir.
Anya Morino, Ole, na the okay, Braco say, what do you mean by that? Ten Hag came and met a United team that finished third. And won a trophy. Last season injuries ruined everything, and even that United won a trophy against City. Take Arsenal for instance. On the Arsenal. How many years did Arteta use to build his own team and implement his style of play and to compete? Just don't say these are the kind of things.
100.7. What's that idea come up?
You cannot say that. Take it off. Okay. And when you're 22, and go for expect to say and also Otumi and the team no more than where it is. Like any on point.
No, sir, ono de utie ni nsam he thinks that the team need na today.
Okay.
I'm saying about on man you on tie interview no pick it quote back up. He thinks that in terms of say team need na
but that's not fair.
Oh, me dey nyahwe.
Oh, some me no penny no me nim ne papa.
So otitia me ho a
he thinks that say team be a team need there. Today he has a better squad that he thinks can compete in terms of maybe also competing now.
Yeah.
But into all you know say in terms of say time omunya ba there, Anslot has inherited a better squad than he inherited, which is a fact. This is a team that in the last 4-5 years in the Premier League has always been. And then last year, any Bakubi Omuko third, twice they've been third. Liverpool. In the
last year they were third.
And like I said, in the last 5 years, they've been third twice, second twice, first one. How can you tell me that?
But United so in the last years, before Ten Hag had been second twice.
Before Ten Hag United could be C
but had been
second, so the difference
had been second twice.
But
Moreno the second back. And Ole the second. So it wasn't a bad.
But when he was coming, but when you see the line thing is that when Ten Hag was coming, United could be C. A team that was not in the top 4. Only C's. I don't remember a team placing C's to is it second or third? Third. And today, Patrick to where the simple Obi are all about for team and the C's. And Obi for team and the third. At least which one was better? And that's okay now, but he thinks and that year the United team in terms of how he has built it there is in a better position to at least compete. And I was okay. Team in India. Look for na carbon the Kingsley Munani. Obia. Oma carbon.
No to a better team to compete on account is not something.
No said last and so no can.
I can't want any changes the narrative.
Then
it means he's looking for now we are in a better position to compete.
I know what Canada.
There be a who they changes the narrative. It means he's looking for an alibi and they ain't meaning.
And count your canon. No, I don't tell you it's an issue of time. Say Assad need take it over.
So
they like so they can't do it's not part of what we are.
No, but he's being disingenuous.
Coach Nika said
it's important.
I was I'm making analysis. And I'm saying
things that coach
you can add your opinion to it.
Oh, any opinion, Paul. Ten Hag have said it. Oh, we go. Ambassador Baba, Muma coach. Ten Hag has said it. United
it's okay.
Are competing for the Premier League. One kind of I'm trying to
but okay, nobody look like I said no at count.
Oh, so I'm making my analysis of a general thing.
No, but changing the whole narratives no. So he said yes. So
we catch you
looking for an alibi.
Okay, I like there's a message here. Let me see. Was it why add loan players to players? Why would you not add
loan players on one bubble?
And your mom je cap na loan players je go mom je cap no. We don't know part of the team.
Na loan player no bubble.
Players on my join new team. Say na no Arsenal so my this second reason. And you keep your bed them no your loan. David Raya. So can players or the my ba obeyi Raya free.
So much league na career and kwanye medal to look.
To them Mr. Reading from ManchesterUnited.com to make one website to read. Coach. Now don't make me school. Now Asaba. Also Anslot hasn't had that challenge as he. Good, maybe. He inherited a great team. Yeah. And Osaba, yeah, started. But I'm not here to talk for him. It is clear they are in a different phase of their life cycle. They have a team with matured. They have players who have already played for a very long time, playing long together, and who are very experienced. see, we have Oka any Liverpool now the Okafa United Unia still in the same contest. See, we have much more of a mix. On the first point is an excuse.
Why are you stopping at the mix? That's why he was looking for Alaba.
Why you can't? Me but me breaking it down. Me say first point.
Why you analyzing half of
and there's a full stop. Full stop. Reading over to me. We have built a new team. You can to account two things about on a club. Also, we have much more of a mix this season, and we have built a new team. Into one cast any team now ready be our one cast of
Canada.
Or see there be a some more kind
we have
built a new team. There be a some no day.
We are looking at the way we transfer any idea, and I think around by 9 or no. We are looking at manifestos of the two biggest political parties on sports.
Combatants.
Asemsen na weyaka, de na weyaka. Na afi yenhwe. Yemfa omonsem nyina no. Yemba nsem nyina no. Ento enseni. Yemba nto nseni.
Ezo bi do betra haro so.
Yenti bibiase a. Ebefre Dr. Uamone. Dr. Awasane Fernandez Stuttgart mo. Se hia wo mo ncheche mu bi obi. Ene
but
anyway, so
because I take
Fiano no can BP. Omo yes sports manifesto no. So yeah way. Fiano was a member. And yenya enua. Kwabna test to gas no can DC for the unti.
Na say minini sha wedding bi ase.
Nti ekoba senchiremu bi ani a ye be frɛ say yinya omo so a ye be to ya asem. Babo enyo headline.
Ba me giri say wa body baba eye na to agu. 1 month ago, ever had one here or fast man.
This guy's got hiring count. You open this akito na ye. Also,
send one.
Hiring not part of that.
So when you
because open this akito na mbo mama ni. Hiring count, baby. Or comment.
Football has
now.
Because I'm taking strong exception no. Because yes sir. His question
neutrality
our genuineness.
They are all belong to
but Baba yes sir, his question our genuineness and neutrality. So
and your question be out
there. Football has evolved. No money, no trophies. Make financial investment, then you can expect to win trophies. Dr. Nyaho Tamakro. Was it baby assistant football econo? A sika ye agrono. A business. Enti who discussion more.
I've been accused by an number one.
You
he calls me mischievous.
Hey! Saturday morning like this.
When did we sign Brian Bobby? Didn't accept the Brian Bobby count. Manyan to me, Babu. No, wait, I'm sorry.
I asked you now.
Count. And why do you call me mischievous?
Saturday 31st. Hey, Yabude too. That Saturday morning, 31st of August, 2024.
When I got to go birthday, one for fly not to see
Yeah.
before you even continue.
Yeah.
Sana, a man for crab.
Kotokodio
Nedi and check. No, Omuke can.
89. Hey.
Okay.
Kakra and Kra Omuko.
Nti on my bar no pay no we dey private there's some baba. Bar no pay no so.
Papa.
Yes, na ekotoko birthday. Na am say no so. And there's all mujilig near the 90th birthday. No. Say I never won in Fika Crow.
Adam's got to call to me. Hello. What is wrong, man? I'm
more dealing in the 90th birthday. Inshallah. I'm going.
You know,
but with the Mababi who say when you plan well and you take the right decision, you can get close to it.
Yeah.
Like on your crana, when you plan well, planning no. Na say me me might be brother Premier League and what the teams are doing. On say, if you know what the decisions are.
Yeah. Last minute, I didn't come on. Which means they properly planned.
Yeah.
And
they went for it. I'm sorry. I'll say he doesn't need a blood squad.
Yeah.
Because players in the moment bench they create a lot of problems.
Yeah, and
too much.
And it's a so better to be brain now. Or your recruitment, or sure say you are coming to fix a problem.
Yes.
Position back running to players, man. The problem, but you cannot.
Tell me the son I will catch it almost say. So, Utomi and Sammy and San, and I said 40 players now.
And Kotoko with the players that they have, any coach, any the resources at their disposal, fan base, the size of the club. When they plan well, it shouldn't be difficult to win.
To
the
get
league.
closer to it, yeah.
And you can say anything.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a coach who's won it before. Team Nemu,
yeah.
Records just said they've won the highest number of league in Ghana. League trophies.
Send the contention.
So all of that, if you plan well and take the right, and we are told it's kind of problem.
Yeah, Mr.
So why can't you win?
Mr. Otuo, for surprise packages, Mark Kotoko this is clubs.
Obia was surprise package.
No, me monitor pre-season now. And clubs maybe you know. I'm for if you want to turn your year. Bubble matches.
And that's for next season. After 48 hours, Christopher Damenya and his team has refused to submit their members of the NCC Elections Committee in what many sees as spite in the face of Nana Apinkra and Menchia.
Madam, were they giving deadlines?
Yes.
Why a moment deadline? Was it the rating to do?
No, not
that the deadline or what?
A meeting now. No.
Meeting which
meeting now. I requested for membership from both sides. No.
How many meeting now?
Moku.
Okay, and a meeting in 48 hours.
And you know, even 48 hours. And you know, that evening, must submit it. Both sides need to submit it on members.
They agreed.
And they agreed
from the Beba.
From the Beba. And I know the many company said because Chama Mentino. Omo and in the bed.
Oh, they agreed. No, only one many day no.
Omo representing no. They agreed.
They don't know because the Chama meant.
So omo we no and omo free no and in the meeting.
So it means they did not agree.
No, they agreed there at the meeting because a honana right there now and the other company you omo members. Some of them.
Two parties are in a meeting. Yes, some family members. I don't know who the chairman meant, you know. And the chair said, "Ombe consult chairman before." And I want to understand.
So I'm inform me no. So on be jina na name man. Nti yes.
I don't know how you 2 months and I inform me no.
Tama and they say but they agreed say.
But usually all represent your meeting na ko na asem to wa. You can ask for 1 minute to be say oh wait mama. But also omuji 2.
Omuji 2. Ama impo obi na omo meeting no. Chama the manya insisted say he will not go by that.
The church mandate na no money no go exercise here.
Emma Chama obi se chere. Eka say
no you den.
O kan won call represent
interested party so
Ashanti there be won call represent national.
Oh okay.
Say on no he's also a contestant. He's contesting for the and to ono there oni omo mu shia ho no any including tamajamanyam tam mo meeting no there was a big offense and confusion because Obinsechere insisted said no omo nyi omo members and because when you omo there and then the others no way because omo for say omo start
they did not agree at the meeting that they were bringing men.
No, at the meeting they agreed before.
Then Obinsechere insisted.
Say we into ye koyi ye dey but chairman na e wo sa 2 minutes say obeka say okay we anyway nko represent or committee ni so. Tell about what you say. So then say informing chairman said that this is the decision I arrive in. So give us the members. Then Chama say no. Then obese and say no, we have to. As I say yeah because yakwaja tum. Nti as I say yin for the call. Chama also say no. You start the election process in that you be nominations, you cross nominations, for picket forms. That is what must work. And huge confusion and also no at Yasima. Tama,
when people taking positions and standing by what they believe in, and yet all spite to be.
There be where and now
headline. Let's move on.
Okay,
spite to be anywhere.
Uneasy calmness at House of Folk Secretariat.
Oyerepa FM 100.7.
The chances of the MD returning into office is in a limbo. No cordial relationship at the secretariat. Top guys, his relationship at his office with the top guys is problematic. Johnny, Hackman, and Efia at one side. He doesn't stay at the office more times.
I didn't know I can be baby.
So, normal is impetus a war at the moon.
Some shishimundo.
And that to be near.
Uneasy calmness at High Secretariat. The chances of the MD returning is in a limbo. No cordial relationship at the office. He has his relationship with the top guys at this between the top guys and himself. Tama, Hackman, Efia, and Johnny at one and Opari at one side, and also Ejina one side. Tama, but also what you say?
In Chelsea, by my man say.
The question you say, say na. Grapevine sources, people are even questioning his CV.
They can't.
I'm telling you, they have done it.
They can't.
Tama, believe you. Oh, you so too. Everybody chere you.
And then they CV there.
Tama, everybody chere you.
And then go for CV there. You don't need. Obi AI gravity on the amount, and everywhere you.
Tama say who reading the CV?
You just go on the internet and just crack there will be disclaimers. Baby also here Juma Manchester, and if he hasn't worked there, you there. Nobody should question. Mo the Juma na mo say, mo the man on one and said mo pa. I think you can too, but don't go mad there. And Chenny a good pen mas. What does he gain from bringing a CV that is not his?
Then and the question even appointing body.
But what search? And did they check anything? Because CV the sometimes you leave referees and numbers and others.
Exactly.
References. Man check you biano bekayano mo yejuma. They should stop that. Momo, nteni e good pen mas. Babo for ba ka oni. Okay. Zach,
So too.
They're transfer season over.
Yes.
Signings, purchases, transfers, deals, getting deals over the line, and all of that. Yeah.
I think so, and you're not interesting. The last minute deals now, especially in the Premier League. Now, and not a lot of questions. Even you may not aside from the one to United supporters about the Ugarte deal, you know. Yeah. Now, baby, were asking me, what about England since Wednesday? Why is it not like on team Bobo be Ochina? And now I have to explain to them, say, one, United didn't have the space for Ugarte if Obia and free squad ni mwankwa. Sika sem ni bibia. And even though United have agreed deal with PSG, the boy has come while in medical way. But the Bama United are confirmed in a register no. Na e was say McTominay deal no with Napoli no. Omuwie e mani free squad ni mu to give that space.
Squad no man.
Sikasenya say even the squad, yes, in terms of the number of players that so onu omuye juma.
But Sikasem there, it shouldn't delay you because that's your decision, Anna.
And
Sikasem is not regulatory, and yet say a your decision how much you want to spend. And I'm
more than you know PS you know Premier League.
I say that should affect United.
No, there be
salary.
No, United have
wages.
United have because of initially.
No, are you talking about the wage of the player or the transfer amount?
Both wage transfer was a problem. When I say will be free man, sir.
Okay.
And now they're waiting on Napoli to confirm the McTominay deal.
Aquani de fans for Italy.
What you fast papa shady pa kwisia McTominay ne nyamanya. It's all you know, I don't know Napoli. So Napoli ni McTominay be all the process. No do share ya. Immediately Napoli announced McTominay. And United did tease about 9:30 that evening no. Ugarte will be announced. And by 9:30 na no man announce Ugarte transfer. No you know one team because deadline Friday na so register players no. Even though Ugarte England no really medical. He was even training the United team. And to share recently, the United pictures training pictures because he was training the United team. All right, BBR. But now I say confirm registration no. I'm a United player. And you know if what is on team because United did not meet the deadline now Premier League on Friday so register no. I'll bet you be. That is why on team bo. You may understand Sancho. Now confirm loan with obligation to buy. Unse na Chelsea for one trying say on pay obligation if na say a bet option. The United said no. If you want the deal, it should rather be obligation to buy. Ebia it should meet one or two requirements. It should be obligatory. That trigger. Let's agree on the amount and BBR. And the moment we meet this in the you are buying him at the end of the season.
And so but I have a challenge. Why would Chelsea agree? Because easily there was pressure on Manchester United and Chelsea to buy Jadon Sancho. If you ask me, Manchester wanted to get rid of a player. Chelsea, the position that Jadon Sancho plays, even though it's an opportunistic buying, but why should they? I don't know the show say obligatory to buy. Arsenal selling.
Yeah.
We are dealing with him for 1 year. Yeah. After 1 year, you can't back to you. Yeah, penna you look at. I don't know. Some mom they show them obligation to buy.
And that was the agreement now. Finally, na SHTS ma omuyema Jadon Sancho move corner no.
Okay.
Unse the Sterling story no. As at enwe nya strong. Even though na say no pompo, I think we mentioned about Arsenal but na enye strong sir. I think say every we mu okono now I be clear said there will be departures at Arsenal. One of them be strong. I think it was clear that obe move. Now Res Nelson be clear. And to hear na fe no Arsenal in terms of wingers Abeka Bukayo Saka, Trossard, Martinelli, which Edu be no the things that there be if Nelson is moving even though last season was sham matches bebre, but he's equally a very good substitute. And we had the Indiana Arsenal able to rely on him. Who says a Sterling conversation no? And when me tell you make argument be, meaning how you look at it. Sterling as a player, say a winger, sir. He's as good as any other winger any team have. If you look at the records from Liverpool, City, even Chelsea now, you see no. I said it yesterday, and because of particular about the modern more. Because you Chelsea, the things some players just of wages, you know.
The man Crawford says Casson, then you get rid of him and go and bring Jadon Sancho.
So,
and agree on an obligation as a day to buy. Sterling is your player. You are not going to buy anything again. That's what they say. Yeah. So, what say Isikasema? People have seen this argument. Isikasema, they are going to between Jadon Sancho and Sterling. Isikasema, no, you're almost the same. Then again, you agree to buy him for £23 million in the next 10 or 12 months.
Yes.
Abra Sterling, you not pay anything.
Not pay anything.
And to be fair, saying yes, and something that a coach, he might have shown something to the coach. And the way coach no post on him, where you should go, you are not in my plans. I say yes.
Who said the coach no lensa mo can be fi said be or say it's not my type of a winger. Meanwhile, you assistant Pep Guardiola when Sterling was
driver's mate. Yes.
So it's one as a coach, maybe I would give unya the opportunity or the call Leicester no. I City no. More I mean much no. Sterling was the main guy in terms of the wingers that Pep Guardiola was using to achieve all those, you know. Sterling wasteful in terms of big chances are. He is as good as any other winger in terms of take-ons. Winger will be he'll give it to the only problem that Sterling have in divisions in here. Big chance I was better the simple no. Not actually. That is the only deficiency about Sterling. And I think so far I listened to Edu talking about the experience and what he thinks he will add to the Arsenal squad. Listen, but if we Martinelli money trust our young to Sterling. No, even in terms of the numbers that he gives. I'm saying
at Chelsea in 81 games, he scored 19 as a 20 goals. So these are no exceptional numbers. The numbers Chelsea the end they about form.
No, yes, about form because at least he was playing the Chelsea team and be in that period. No more and Sweeney. Clear say that period Chelsea was struggling. But in terms of what he gives as a winger to the national team, Saka ne the numbers and Saka ne he gives in the but Martinelli money trust our money there. He can compete with them at that level. The only deficiency and it's a big chances Sterling be able to actually the only way there so obvious yes no he will miss it. That is the only deficiency. But I think he's a good addition. Me so say today Sometymer Otuo City no. There were teams that were looking for Sterling, but they decided not to sell it to a competitor. Sometymer no. Now Chelsea team na aba form. So they said Chelsea yes you can go and score perform be about bench or challenge. But today inside palm here's the Pep Guardiola say Arsenal ball na Martinelli started Bukayo Saka mo started na was Sterling na bench. I think say Pep Guardiola they will feel say Arsenal rather in terms of players na Omakono in terms of Edinketia na only Nels mo na Sterling to bench. This is a better in terms of optional omenya good you should be from this was some interesting deals of course so let's see what will happen and idea about an early kick off game anymore Arsenal ball Brighton sound up 11:30 and early kick off and as match so Brighton almost were trying to be a bookie side for Arsenal at the Emirates in their recent games but last season before last season na Omaba Abesha Arsenal 3 times Emirates 1 in the EFL and 2 in the league 3-0 okay 3-1 and 2-1 na it also Emirates
So,
oh yes. Oh, guys, I know.
Because me carry the last season they are more than.
Oh, so I'm gonna say
years before. Yeah.
Before last season, 2-0 now. Arsenal share Brighton.
Some chair I mean.
Hey, one bar.
Last season then fresh.
2023. Oma be Arsenal 3-0 and Siso Unda ena Estupinan. Ono be Arsenal EFL 3-1. I remember Welbeck in between Mane Lamty. Then in the league, on be Arsenal 2-1. That was Trossard. I think that was the last season. Or the free Brighton Eba Arsenal. Eti in the last 3 before last season, no more we need 3 out also Emirates. But last season, Eshe or mobile 2-0 to stop that. Coach, I think that last if they allow Arsenal that kind of chances and space, one thing is sure, Arsenal are more clinical in terms of scoring goals, down this United team. And to say chances now, any space now United in against Brighton at the Emirates, one thing is sure, and say if Brighton just has space, Arsenal will punish them. Because in terms of goal scoring, in terms of how you take opportunities, Arsenal have shown in the last 2 years they've done it better than the United team. And clearly, over against Brighton, too.
I be about Arsenal, Brighton. Starting from 2022, they now work on names. 2022, Randy Muller. Arsenal 1, Brighton 3. Brighton 2, Arsenal 4. Just answer a take out. The
so when I make kind of Emirates, on when is when I
then Arsenal 0, Brighton 3. Then Arsenal 2, Brighton 0. And you can Emirates in okay, and Brighton 0, Arsenal 3. Okay, into Emirates, Arsenal 2-0 back home.
That was last
season. And Domono share 3-1 and at Emirates. And share 3-0. And and share 2.
In between EFL back in between the 3-0 and 3-1.
Okay. And that was also at Emirates.
At Emirates. Okay. And me so. And I think me spaces now. I think in terms of BBR, because you get chance against this Barca team because they like to go forward. Even though and the hustler, I said they are not more of chinchina yambere from the back. No, long, unlike what the Zebi was doing. But I still believe based on what I saw against United in that game, those chances, those spaces, if you give it to Arsenal, Saka and Co will punish you. They and Yafina on a game that a very close kakra, but Lenko for 2-1 win for Arsenal at the Emirates. West Ham and Lebetoge against Manchester City. They lost their first game. Omuko share Crystal Palace 2-0 in their second game. Clearly, a different team. Okay, a different team as compared to the previous West Ham team. No, we share West Ham team. You see a lot of quality. They are improving in terms of their squad depth, and a very different kakra from the previous one because 17 Premier League matches in a row. West Ham and Man City 3 drawn. Lose 14. In that period, Oma conceded 42 goals. And we 27 at West Ham home. And to tell how dominant City have been in recent times against West Ham United. But way a different team altogether. Also, they are more forward now. They are playing better. Defensively, they look very solid. And attack, Bowen, Kudus, and Antonio or Fuku, whoever plays, they look a team that can threaten Kakra. But still, based on City, and how they are, I don't think West Ham will be the team that will stop them now. Yanko 2-1 or 3-1 win for Man City. Okay. The big game, Nyamiad Mochana. Old Trafford.
The big game.
Ten Hag, England, the first win, to cushion him there against Liverpool. The first season, Ghana United won the first 2 games and and Obachi Liverpool team 2-1 Old Trafford. That started the Ten Hag era at Manchester United. No, the second. Now, what's the third game against Liverpool? Even though Liverpool have got some recent good results be at Old Trafford because in their last season we said they only lose just one. That was a 2-1 now to hack share mono in that period. So to last season, United showed at least say they tried to close the gap between Liverpool because 3 matches, both league end in a draw, but United beat them in the FA Cup at Old Trafford. It's based on how these two teams United, Liverpool, Asia, Munya coach Dutch. I mean, see that both coach now on better mention Dutch on Babeshia at this stage. So I think that I've watched Liverpool 2 games, you know. They be American. Show my against Ipswich and on my last game number against Brentford now. The Gravenberch DM, you know, and share them and clicky years because they are considered a lot of attacks be an opening because Ipswich created a lot against Liverpool in the first half. Brentford, even though they lost 2-0, but they were also doing same thing against Liverpool. And if based on that and the ability that United able to me, if Bruno will come back to position, which I know so bad because now even Mount is injured, and to no option than to bring Bruno back to. You know.
He should be ready now.
I'm sure say he's ready. I'm sure that he is ready to lead attack. Yeah, na Bruno then come back to you know. A very close game as Obi
Ganacho, so is he resting him because I think he should also be starting the game.
And so I say now Diallo is performing.
No. But he can be better than Ganacho. And now matches no. Diallo cannot be better. Now, well, Diallo controls the ball well. He dribbles better.
But we
are progressing the ball.
We does it better. No one's a realistic idea and team no. Obia omumi in the modern mono. Rashford the second no kakakra. But I said they still believe is let's try help him improve. So
okay.
It's a very close game. So you go for 2-1 win for Manchester United. 2-1 win for Manchester United.
The pen drive is working.
Yeah, 2-1.
Match Old Trafford.
Old Trafford. 2-1.
So 2-1 win for Manchester United says Zakito.
Yes.
Okay, neutralist.
It's going to be an interesting weekend. Matches no before
transfers
transfers in them to Osimhen the Nehame Kakra. His situation at Napoli. The success story of trauma at Napoli, no.
Akwanzo Manimbo.
You also deserve that kind of treatment.
What anything explain?
Conte or the Nicholas on kind of plans. It is highly possible that from now to January, Osimhen might be playing with the youth team.
Okay, so Edena Conte was honest.
Yeah.
Obayana can say I wouldn't need you. He goes ahead to bring Lukaku. Then Osimhen might have been part of his own problem.
The issue is there are certain players or maybe my clubs no matter the kind of manager ban from sa. For Conte to decide without a respectable exit for Victor Osimhen. Player will lead the club for almost 30 years.
I mean, who did the coach?
Osimhen was
coaching Bayern or say this is not my type of striker. Day one. He has not been pretentious about this.
And I'm to me feel say there are certain players who are achieve be my club be from fat and you may be Samu.
Oh, Samu.
Yeah, Mr. Too.
I dare not for me. I wouldn't need him.
Yes, just the fact you go out because I wouldn't need him.
Tikonya and no man in the bench.
But to cement a player you manage and you can use him.
But say you agree, the coach be on the player.
Okay, fine.
So you agree. Coach be on the player. On was in a striker and look at
which Obetanasi because
on na until the way no more baby man. Maybe said the guy himself
and
from Saudi Arabia, Napoli accepts it.
Also, often they're still there.
It's still there. So he's accepting go.
No, one said to you, he feels that Saudi in your baby so say.
And he said, yeah, what's so
it's like you're forcing him out of the club to a place maybe you're not unpreferred.
But his job is also on the line. Coach knows why not be in it. Into a simple baby for such I'm told Chelsea came.
Yeah, Chelsea
were they meeting
and
Napoli evaluation?
And it's almost 1 hour to the end of the transfer now. Fabrizio reporter said the deal is off and relationship with Napoli are breaking down as to exactly details of the leading to that breakdown.
And I'm told his wages was one of the issues.
No, I'm so to send you any so I said any kind of just kept the answer.
No, but what Chelsea was offering, no, and more than what Napoli pays him.
But he deserves more. He's moving, so more.
So it's
if Osimhen was an English, was an Italian, was a Spanish,
he's not.
The conversation would have been different.
Yes,
because Italian, and not the Napoli, well need you for all these years. Syria not the Omagia and can come on be different kakra.
He's not.
Yes, but where he's coming from probably may I not. I thought his agent and then him people around him are one, but and yet entirely off. Okay. There's Saudi, yeah, he might go to Saudi from now. So Saudi transfer in January.
I'm told it's Monday.
Monday. To meet me acquire till January. Maybe or the buy exit clause be ashamed, and probably he can come back to Europe. But if he stays at Napoli, there be one transfer to for the English Premier League teams. I think and non America. And after say ND and who say clubs need be brown solve certain key issues in their team. But what's their coaches need believe in adjustment. Just will be who say menya will commit me the way I be based on and how the coaches
the number of matches now increasing.
Yes. How they are shaping up, no. That is what I feel. Because Arsenal fans need be why Sterling. Also, I was trying to explain why Sterling can join Arsenal. My first question was, in the absence of Bukayo Saka, one able. May the statistics be sent born again on check it. Sterling.
Okay, so they say the offer from Ali is now awful.
And also
because they chose Ivan Toney.
Yeah, Ivan
so
Toney.
They've also closed the chapter.
That means he will stay till January.
Probably the other club, probably other clubs in Saudi.
So to say there, maybe other clubs in Saudi.
Conte
is also Conte is stubborn coach. Honestly, a stubborn coach. It's going to be interesting. But I said, no say one thing. So to me, who said transfer no answer down kuyi. But this is Sterling and Trossard, and there's another one Sterling and Martinelli, and clearly a player over 150 goal contribution in the Premier League there. Oko Faneba, whilst the club now Auburn is paying around majority over 60% of the wages. Now Faber 40% or even less there. I think that is a good purchase for a team and Arsenal. The conversation again. The fact that I tell Tanana ye Juma. So to into him do bit me I am man.
Born the idea to so. Raheem Sterling, Lisandro
Trossard. This
attacker season 2023-24.
That was last season.
Okay, so games 31, Trossard 34, minutes 1981, 1645.
Yeah, but said Trossard normally or more matches that he started from the bench.
Shots on target 22. Goals 8 and 12. Conversion rate 21.62, 29.27. Assists 4, assists 1. Through balls 11, through balls 8. Forward passes 153. 1-2-2.
Yeah, so if you're looking at
goal is more likely to score
goal contribution. Yeah. Sterling last season in his the SO the crown, Emma 12 goals in terms of contribution. Trossard Emma 13. Now my on Martinelli near had. So you realize that for someone if you're on a starter, no over bench, and you're bad. Martinelli has 6 goals, 4 assists, which means there also 10 goals. Contribution. Sterling 12. Into what check here? In terms of goal contribution, Trossard 13, Sterling 12, Martinelli 10. These are players he's going to compete with. Checking minutes Martinelli were more minutes than Raheem Sterling because Martinelli about 2,029 minutes in 35 games. Sterling about 1,981 minutes. So to what I come on say. So check here. The difference between Omumi and Nuno and Omumi and Sane Nyadia ehu bebree enti if I'm not going to get an upgrade say me nyobia obebro na so dia if I'm picking Sterling to some in terms of statistics in terms of options in adena Trossard, Martinelli and Sterling I don't think it's a bad one there again our much experience when it comes to the league now so too Arsenal the na they say also player is available Chipo Motin but say Arsenal will go in for him so to Chipo Motin from the bench but even if that is not happening which I think is not likely having Sterling and Sterling to check Sky Sports graphics and now upon we bought all the positions our front line as a false 9 from the left from the right into how versatile Arsenal enya a direct center forward but this look close again these are most of the players you're more on your mabopen you city for any free you coach ebisu free Chelsea ebisu on your mabo English national team the adaptation and all that looks good all right so to got to so for the transfers club about come interesting Manchester City and City and spending the least yes this
net spend or die na Brazil
ni say na omo nipa no but City spend the least amount of money
Gundogan
buy free so in terms of spending there yes City the low spender this particular summer keep profit because Savino was 20 million Gundogan was free and 6 players for 132 million pounds to make you profit of 111 million.
Wow,
that is Manchester City. But still, they have, but this Chelsea is spending most. European Chelsea spend most. Arsenal so when we are looking for bring it on Monday. But in terms of spending, the Chelsea and the spending.
City now, your favorites to win the league.
Exactly.
The Baku pen about.
The Mienu.
Baku free. Baku 20.
Baku 21. And one. But no seems to City. They're not quite to say. Ubi Afibia not talk cast 10. Oh, for the past 4 years, what talk cast.
But records in chess out. They've not spent more than others.
Yes,
but the records that do not show.
They've established that spending in the past.
In in the last 8 years. It's not like almost stretching expenditure more than others. Just almost there, and you see some level of.
They had this foundation of spending.
But I'm saying that
when Pep buy, Pep was fortunate enough to come and meet Aguero, David Silva, Raheem Sterling, De Bruyne. These were all expenses from the past. I
agree. But I'm saying that when you do the analysis on net spend, I say we have the impression say City spending and almost spending that. Yeah, beyond of spending.
For what City for 9 years was Barca guys nearby. Ferran Soriano and Chikri stand who say at Barca they were using the La Masia. La Masia na Barca for no there. Omo ye the be show mu team no.
Okay.
Ebia ha no ye nyem fan be team no. But why don't we build our youth team or academy to a level where we rather sell them to balance our books? It was a City academy no. Omo ye a lot of sales pa. They will give some of the players chance of about 2-3 be because the City team is already looking good no. Obeshe Muabon said, okay, so to push it through. Now and your this weekend we'll look at
spending. I mean, we'll be interested. All figures in euros.
Since when?
Like
just ended.
Ended the year. Ended in
or in euros. We'll be a player.
Yes, Chelsea first spending 261 million euros.
Players in our
Bia the Omotoye no bia 261 million euros. But Omonso like income more. Omonya 175 million euros in terms of income.
Okay.
Brighton second. 231.20 million euros. Wow. Arrivals in
and omunya third Manchester United 214.50 million euros third.
But United tons because United so tons.
United in 103.
Oh, I'm ton.
Why no? McTominay.
It's a figure in 103 million euros.
Okay.
103 at least.
But that's not touching.
There be almost Arsenal 82.90. Any na pacho.
Oh.
We as
at. Who's Arsenal business be brain run ajo.
I know ma. Ni na
business.
O ma deputy ni na.
Ramsdale.
Obi aka ho. Arsenal So
Arsenal spend
Arsenal spent 108.90
108
yes million euros. Until we are 10th in terms of league now, I'm the 10th.
Edu Gaspar.
The last American Air City was spending just 25
in finance.
Liverpool University 19 spending only 42 million euros.
And
City last 20.
Wow.
Was spending 25 million per.
Yeah, so to the games.
United were third.
Yes. No, to the games. United have solved. Only a club comes to solve problems.
Key problems.
The issue was that Nka Eriksen out and an upgrade attacking midfielder. I'll be second to Bruno Fernandes.
But as a substitute.
Yeah, Bankons Nka.
You'll be fine.
On no corner winner an upgrade.
Okay.
Obi Owen and Nim Kaka. And all that left home and Shibi.
Okay.
But to the matches this weekend, I side with Zach. I think the Arsenal, the mentality of the players. I watched them against Aston Villa. I'm still too. Aston Villa wanted to bully them at some point in time, but this season, a different Arsenal with some level of beast Sembi or Mukakra. Sabo na the boss Saliba Ben White so ball. Aston that movement alone, said yes, yaba away. But this is not that fragile Arsenal team now. And you get your way through, no. And with that kind of mentality, even the confidence, because on last week's didn't come on. You are even saying so. Arsenal draw be crana, they'll be okay. After scoring the first goal, it wasn't an Arsenal team. Okay, and now one goal. Let's sit back, get a draw. They were still pushing, holding on to the ball. Watch their second goal now partition. It was a ball and Arsenal hold on to the ball for some time before even ball never did Thomas third party inside or ball from the edge of the penalty box to him. So this is a different Arsenal, and with this kind of element, Arsenal, I have this belief that against Brighton a good side, but even against Manchester United, so too, they allowed some level of shots. United had 2 offside goals for the end, and I can actually the end. In Manchester United and me split yomo, and your man a call bad for them. So a win for Arsenal. See West Ham tough game, but these are some of the moments I'm so too sitting there. Say, me a big guys. I'm expecting Kudus. You see a head near whom West Ham will have the ingredients to cause a shock. They have it. They have it. But I want to trust City. Liverpool, you too. United must win. Lose away as or trust statement. So
you need the points.
Yes, you need the points. Say you be not Liverpool mum enya a draw or a winner.
Man go for chum say
say hona and say be go international break now. Who about 2 home matches? But when you go for a chum, and that will not be good for. And you see matches when they started the rebuilding process. Beat a big club and beat a big club. Okay. So I'm expecting what I say. United will come to the party. Difficult game, but they should come to the party.
Thank you. So, but yeah, there are matches. Kotoko bebo, Hearts bebo. We are still in the preseason mood, but topic introduce Hona Audophobia catch him. So he want to okay. Na yemra Harry Bemaye. I worry. Manifestos, what they are telling us. Okay, are you in a good position to discuss it? Okay, and I mean, because you Obianya at least 5 minutes. Be na
you know answer other ones.
Yeah, but other ones. We know what Kakrabia on a summary of it and how convincing some of them are, how realistic it be no etie. Maybe let me confess.
Me snapshot of the two.
The meming and I promise say I will not mean for Manun to do. I want to be very careful. I want to be very careful. Most my question for Manu.
It's a question.
No, but all the same.
Say na my kind. Say na my dream. I think this is going to be much more practicable.
I still want to plead with you.
When you're ready, I'm back to my
ready.
Yeah, education. Yeah, TF1 you better more educated. Say na as soon as I can. And if you like, you add your opinion. Yeah, you look and I want us to be looking at
because
no, with my pick 1 or 2, yeah.
Okay,
excited and go, yeah.
Tama, generally, no. My first impression is that there are some similarities.
I think you have 5 minutes to do this.
Okay, Patrick. There are some similarities in the two. There are some similarities in the two manifestos, no. And yeah, my first impression. Now,
which similarities are?
For instance, it is Omni say be developing our pitches.
And our own document, no, so say the
oh,
but what I say,
I'm Patrick.
I'm Bianca Swabu team now.
Omni,
when you are dealing with politics, you have to be careful.
Omni so be develop our pitches. Omni so be develop a coast football. Omni say they will invest into our Premier League by remunerations. Supporting back allowances back remuneration, both of them as players, no.
Okay, Ghana Premier League players. Wow.
So me want me position on it, but I mean where they say me can't there. On say someone say me boy I want about 2-3 similarities. Pitches. Some be develop your pitches into international standard. Omi enu nyina aka obi ase obi develop your pitches no. Omi enu nyina ase the esipon Baba Yarane all the national stadium na no. On be lifting to the to meet FIFA and CAF requirement. Omi enu nyina ase on be see stadia e other regions no. Omi enu nyina ase multi-purpose no. On be to aswaye. There are a lot of similarities in there. Ni nyina o maka omi enu nyina ase they will remunerate our players. Say players don't buy a league, you know. NDC they don't some allowances to support it, but ADNC can also the beba anti minina no eka home. Slight differences kakra and I wo mu. Yes, I've been home pa. So when you have grants you through I've been home pa kakra me maka in idea. Now Tama anti my impression no that there are similarities in the fencing you know. NDC there no point 10 or see support retired sports personalities in pursuing other sports related careers after an active sporting life. I'm impressed with it. Say Obi a sports person about table tennis, badminton, football, boxing, whatever. Why retire? Maybe a person going to coaching, a person going to administration, a person going to sports medicine.
Ombebuano.
So. And your mind. One man explaining no one, but obviously, you say such a yana normally yana isika because if you person go school, if you obey here financing. Taobe Kai said not some years ago, maybe I obeyed Zach Benizombe Kaya, but all the Minisobe Kai. Na Ghana government, I won't be kind more, but na Ghana had an arrangement with Germany and Brazil. Na exchange program.
With our coaches.
With our coaches, yes.
Now especially sports council coaches.
Winnie Bani and it appears
a lot of our coaches had training there.
Serious and a boy and your coaches are trained here.
Okay.
Me cast yenti me mwa but a woman no opportunity
and anu ya krana yebi. And the question I'm sure Curtin administration could have sent few coaches outside.
I think so.
I think
so. The young ones
and most of these things are not free.
But I don't know say na governmental support because of sports council ninti.
Obense is bad for accusing the NDC of stealing ideas. I don't think he has said that. But say Obiago is bad for us to read because we don't believe him. Omia go what's it? I said the whole can. The whole can free document.
That's my kind point 10.
Okay.
Point 1, I say we will support development, of course, Division 1 and 2, and then Ghana Premier League.
And Kennedy Tano is asking where government will get all this money.
And also another subject discussion in itself. Government
through taxes, yeah.
Government pesca bibia government person pesca bibia ombe.
Taxes, yeah.
In the end, there minya so huni sa. Ade bia government person oye bia no o pesca ya o de be obenya sky.
There are a lot of things on best on your muniska. Nazima say that would be good. That's another thing. Most teacher for no tifie no so ma be porter be people nurse for no
me small be tifie e so mo fa
coach mu nyina ofi benra points be am boy na say physics for omo kire physics
me small boy question
physics
me busa no me
is your physics for no there's an opportunity for them
Uti afre me na ye point afre.
Oh yeah, physics dia. Omo no mo fa bi ni omne na ye mko ba ma.
One mutie nyina mo sema mo nka je so for
so. Engo si mama ne no.
Onye undertake emergency time I was say
Baba no your last one for ne. We'll be doing this on Saturdays.
Yes.
Enti uma emienu
bia. There's another one NDC one was to upgrade the University of Education Winneba Sports College into a modern sports university offering training program in sports related medicine, science and sports management administration at the campuses around Ghana.
Send them here that.
Yes, when I me confusion one.
Okay, Ebiana
because school already sent it's a university number 1, number 2. We mo here that and they are
be around Ghana. They will be building satellite campuses and I be.
Well, I say
my nika more money, but I think the next week when we come to this, every first two Ghanaian Safian, more you're part of this. Now, I think that would be fair.
So, maybe yes.
And because you more than try to understand them.
Tama.
Finally,
MPP there no.
And they now hear NDC.
NDC yeah. MPP there. What a site mean? What's the similarity?
Be excited. Yeah, NDC they want to be excited.
No, make about
already almost to protest or more.
Make
I be excited.
Make about some support sport or very tight
and also excited.
Oh yeah, of course. Why? Okay. It's something that you may happy with. What excites me, Tama, or say, omo aye Operation Olympus Glory. I'm afraid a program by Operation Olympus Glory. Tama, okay. Krobia when you brese opese we bibi no to ani sia de ba akoso. What to one among. Yenya Olympics medal achepa o. Gold crowd dem nya so say yenya bi da. Ana Tama mpacho ye gold. Ghana ye gold Olympics gold. Meaning say o bronze.
Titini akodi gold. Yenya Olympic gold.
Olympics gold.
Atete go
meaning say or bronze
60 something for no
that I don't know until now maybe I will be bebo akra.
Okay.
But so if you want to call yourself a sports nation and you don't have Olympics gold or you don't have enough to show, you're worrying. And wait, I say a deliberate effort.
Okay.
Say Ghana, you decide say you percent Olympics games be a day and I say a particular Olympics games no. Where do you compare gold to honor?
Okay.
And the way they put it, crowd man excite me no. Tama, with your permission, Mami, Henry Dikakra was saying, Operation. I say we will start Operation Olympics Glory by dedicating resources towards the preparation and readiness of athletes to the 2028
Silver 1
Olympics Games in Los Angeles, USA.
Okay,
that's a specific, a particular way. Yeah, target say, and so what me time into the
so we know 5 minutes. Yeah, the Mawaka at 10 minutes. Yeah, so wait. But I'll say the sports college is different from the University of Education.
Okay.
Even though they are located on the same site, Jonas. The challenge is how can you establish a university within another university campus? That is question I will be
Bonnie M
Bonnie me mate. Your coach I'm not contained there. Very, very, very early early middle.
That was then,
the early middle 80s.
That was
so
then.
You call former in the very to the middle 80s. 80s. Now Bonnie mo your coach school no na ne handwriting ti. Na true nose ni akwaji bi atro. So a teacher ni. Na Bonnie said, "Good morning. I'm following your program. Tell your panelists Brighto. I always follow him on his TV and like his submission. And I'm saying, but who is Brighto? Brighto no say, what's the name of the other panelists with bar for? I'm so Zakito. Who's the tone who says Zakito? I'm so all kinds of Zakito. Bonnie M. You go school no man being papa. No man being no man being change. No, I'm so a Manchester.
Okay.
I'm going to be. We teach any tech. Okay.
First, the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia manifesto is better than the 2020 manifesto of MPP when it comes to sports.
Better than?
Yeah, far better.
MPP.
Yes, MPP.
Dr. Bawumia.
Yes, the manifesto on sports this year is better than 2020.
Okay. Point number one.
Yeah, point number one. Because 2020, they used just 2 pages to talk about the youth and the sports. I'm talking about the MPP manifesto.
I'm saying we may have to watch it and no say
ratings.
Okay. And I'm saying next time maybe. Okay, I've been so I draw your attention. Say Zakito doesn't have a channel. To be a Ubet and our can also
channel.
Also when TV no.
Okay.
Zach into or me na draw attention say you don't have a channel.
Channel
YouTube cast on one of the back. It's what you
Zach don't hear YouTube. On the more the doors. So leadership of service. That was the MPP manifesto in 2020. Honestly, I'm going through it and pay so much attention to the youth and sports. I have a screenshot of it. The first part, on say MPP in 2020, they focus on promises and done. What they promised the previous, yes, in 2016. Manifesto on what they promised. In the first part, and they were talking about establishment of a youth entrepreneurship fund, no matter progress. Women in football program to support female athletes, no matter done. No matter develop a youth in sports model to support young sportsmen and women, no matter done. So they were earlier on referring to 2016. They are no matter. The way NDC rather, I'll come to the People's Manifesto by Mahama. That was in 2020. Now to check it differences kakra. Now, Now, one thing that clearly there is an issue was that in 2020, in the leadership of service manifesto of the MPP, now their focus was the multifunction, multi-purpose youth center, resource center. And said they promised that in 2016. To 2020, so is in progress. But Mr. Otuo, per the last parliamentary meeting, the Minister of Youth and Sports, appears that baby that with them. So even before we come to the current manifesto of even the MPP.
Okay, so let me do this factually.
Okay.
Was it the YouTube channel is for Brighto?
Okay, then he's talking about a different person.
Popular known as Brighto. He was recently with Ezra.
Okay, yeah.
Ezra Sports.
Okay.
TM say Bonnie is confusing a lot of
or Kenyan So Mr. Otuo, that is a part where in 2016 the MPP admitted that it's in progress. Okay. In 2016, the car but new. And say since it's in progress, it becomes part of the 2020 manifesto because they have to finish it. But the sad aspect is Mr. Otuo is not done. And fortunately or unfortunately, the new manifesto did not capture that part. Okay. So now let's come to Dr. Bawumia's manifesto. Then you understand why Amemeka said it was far better than previous. So this is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's manifesto. And it starts from the tax aspect, which you have to give it to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and his team. Okay. Clearly, on that spot, an idea by people have called for. when it comes to taxes. Into the first key point was tax incentives. I also remember a flat tax. Probably maybe another day if you get the chance to meet Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, you better expect him and Kobe explaining the match better. But just the aspect say the MPP manifesto capture say private sector in terms of sports, tourism, and creative art. Now, what is private sector? All football clubs are private sectors because a individual will be the why. Until the moment you capture say flat incentives for the private sector, there, it means that if you're a football club,
a flat tax is a tax system where a single tax rate is applied to all taxpayers.
Good.
Regardless of their income level or source of income. The key features of flat tax are single tax rate, no tax brackets, no deductions or exemptions, simplified tax code, and all that. Pros of a flat tax. And money, simplification, efficiency, economic growth, and all of that.
And it captured the sectors, key sectors, was sports, tourism, and creative art. Born is still fan also. So it means that way a football club, the moment if Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is winning, you have something to ask him questions or opinion any flag task no. Also, Okan sports
and as a Otuo Abama no win yeah.
The moment
Enema Obinya.
Now, Mr. Otuo,
so they are asking but they are asking people to vote for them. Same thing manifesto.
Yeah.
So two man and Obewe, no one to Obe that win.
Okay. On Mr. Otuo, graphics no can sports creative art. So the second one is for the creative art for no. It's for the tourism aspect, no. The EVs and there's mostly for tourism and other things. Now, the third one comes to the creative arts for international shows. The fourth point, more of tourism, according to Onsem. Now, the fifth one still, according to the creative arts for or let's our point, So on this particular graphics, there are two meant for sports, which is the first one that was Rono, and the last one now. For sports, creative arts and tourism, yes. And Hanoka has established a sports development fund to develop sports infrastructure, talent, and grassroots sports program. This is, Mr. Otuo, the second thing Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia a kind about sports. So we develop what we call a fund. Now, Mr. Otuo, I say MPP
to develop sports infrastructure, talent, and grassroots sports.
And grassroots. No, before we first one.
Okay.
But it looks like there are several forms of funds MPP are developing, but this one namely a different. Where a sports development fund. So I check here, almost 2020 manifesto. No, they had the youth employment fund, the youth enterprise fund. Which is different or more fun baby Mr. Tuoma develop a sports this 2020 sports
fun baby say as can fun be and I say fun the year juma so
yeah juma say we need almost develop a youth in sports model to support young sportsmen and women. This was in 2016, Mr. Otuo. It sounds similar to the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia can say,
okay, this is no
MPP DNA. Until I'm started from until I'm started from 2016 no. Ban so that people so to kakrebi. My point is Omedical in 2016 as I can in 2020 say they will develop a sports in youth model to support young sportsmen and women.
Okay, in 16
Omaye.
Okay.
And Omasa something similar. I say
so I
don't know the difference.
Okay, on baby account.
But when you say a sports development fund, you say whether a youth model to support young guys no see different. But in 2016, the 2020, the focus was to develop talent and grassroots sports personnel. But winners of the only thing I count here infrastructure. But that raises the question of 2016 promise of a youth, multi-purpose youth and sports resource center. As at now, I came with them. So he raised the question, say, you have an unfulfilled promise, which dances around infrastructure from 2016 to 2020. At the moment, the Minister of Youth and Sports, per his last meeting with Parliament, is saying, say, it might be difficult for them to complete because initially, district assembly fund, and then 5% to support this particular project. Now, Parliament Assisam Ranoma is no longer coming into the source of revenue for the multi-purpose sports and youth resource center. MPP started, you know. I be say there were pictures. Bon can give us some of the pictures. The the minister is saying that their major source of income.
Okay.
Amenwura is no longer in existence. No, they will need to complete it. So if I'm using the famous words of Nana Amponsa, a completed building is far better than a non-completed building with maybe a mansion. And now the minister is telling us that baby, any hobby. So it raises question about
what we need to do next week.
Yeah.
I was saying, let's go through manifesto, then I'll give you areas. We can do a better comparison.
Yeah.
So unless I to me, it won't do.
Yeah.
We'll be doing this.
So me how pay the infrastructure bit, no?
Yeah.
Infrastructure, hono, because there is one that is not done.
One that's not completed.
It's not completed. It's not completed. I think Dr. Mahmoud Baumia should have captured that. Say, me ba betwaso. But then minim say no na the sports development fund and so maybe if omo tro any share they can explain it.
Okay.
No to the next one no. And it talked a lot
touch on the friendly matches.
It talked a lot about sports power. The answer first one they need 2 penny sports.
Yeah.
But second one they talking about Ghana's football, youth football. Second one they talking about stadiums or
upgrade the surface of our football pitches to meet the highest international standards.
Yes.
Kumasi, Accra, Cape Coast, Tamale, Legon, and Esipon.
Yes.
Continue the construction of AstroTurf for every constituency to boost the development of our talents, including juvenile football. Support the revival of the Premier League and clubs to improve commercial viability and to create related jobs. Start an Operation Olympics Glory program by dedicating resources towards the preparations and readiness of athletes for the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles, USA and beyond. Build 5,000-seater capacity stadium for the new regions. New regions here, OT and those. Okay, promote school sports by establishing a Ghana school sports secretariat to create more opportunities for young people in sports.
So it was a second way, a capture. But the big question again, the uncompleted 10 youth projects, and one capture. Now the question again is, we are still under the MPP, but the state of the pitches, at least we should have seen some level of improvement for Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. So one thing people must understand, you change head now. About 50% of appointees, ministers are likely to still stay within the same party. What's the track record? No, about 50%. Sometimes it's even more than that. Until be a head penny assassin or not the new ones Baby Shim there. But majority of them money na do ye adwuma na. But 50% is likely to continue that. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Good. So, but we should see signals.
Okay.
For the manifesto, send me can first, we share 2020 leadership of serviceman Nana Ado manifesto, especially on youth and sports. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia's own is more detailed.
So we will continue from here.
And not yet. From that point, I think NDC mama born from because the NDC we have the same candidate. Inti 2020 the People's Manifesto the promises now kiasa they compare
on the one candidate amenyasem
no to what
one manaka we nyina wie
the sports development fund
I mean be frames this year
Baumia fire I hope Dr. Mahmoud Baumia manifesto. It was in Mahama's manifesto in 2020.
Yeah.
The sports development fund first and the down.
Don't go for free and this.
Minkasa, Mr. Tumisro. But pass my man.
Let's tell me who now knows that
but this is NDC's manifesto in 2020, the People's Manifesto. Okay, page 98. The first point on sports was
establish a sports development fund to promote sports in Ghana. And then also appear Dr. Baumi Adim.
Yes. Nti men cast wa
na nti di obi MP obi di BM. So asem na de kro na no monk. Ah, oh be. Neutral. Tagito.
Muzoto.
Why ya no the point back pe.
I unze na bafo e ka say there are a lot of similarities. Na to obi ne kofa obi di obi nkofo obi di ende nim because enim di odi kan chon the first. No meka this year dia na omo de ba mountain no. Enti menim say
no nina towards developing Ghana. Enti eh the crocras enye.
Now Mzoto sa me fa mienu na. Truth is that I see one as a more solutioner.
Yeah, why didn't I solution?
I see one as I see one as a more solutioner.
First time it is our word. Solutioner. Okay. Mami go radio.
Yeah. Now, simple. Sports in general. The entire di kan ma sa face ni say ade ba ko a has sports pa okroma say funding. It is funding, that is all.
Jack no.
Funding is the biggest problem that is hindering our sports okroma say. And it is the manifesto of the NPP at least is giving a solution to the funding problems now. Clubs when bibia our sports we are saying now. One of the biggest tax. The biggest amount or a tax. And one is telling you say mo problem kase pa na ye tax na aduko mo na ama enti no mo ye hwe anya yie no matie musu no me ba I will give you a flat tax rate. Instead of ABR, the 17 point, na a friend is fixed a you
when we dominate next week, then probably a presentation we will allow time to
between taxes.
There be no the oya say
now Muloto say clubs no adeba kwa edokro omopa tax. If you ask them, they will tell you say wabobole wi na about ska onya no 50%. Yet in terms of nyama. And if you have someone, and again, omukra nyama ba, omukra nyama ba, omuse at the port, they are struggling to clear their goods. Nyama omukra deba. Now I say Eric Okan's ma problem. Na Jesse say omukra ba. All those kind of MP money is on clear no say omukro tria say in clearing the Jesses. I think say osoro tax, you understand? And I think say one, the manifesto of the MPP is giving a solution to one of the biggest problems they are facing in terms of nema omukraba eba tax na edoso so and ombobol wi tax na edoso na omuntimi nyesike dodo no one eso etiaba uya no free wa msotu. There's one place that ebia Adwene Enkoso establish a sports development fund to develop sports infrastructure. And you know, I listened to Oberend. It was said about ABA Wambo because a sports infrastructure it means it can include maybe an Omanda Dara Omunye, you know. So and it includes also sports infrastructure. And we know who's talking about funding. At least one day where the funding will come from. Who's a bit where he's telling you where I'll get the money and do A, B, C, D. And they're more detailed. Now there's one thing that a key here, Mr. Otuo. Support the revival of the Premier League and clubs to improve commercial viability. Mr. Otuo, today we are struggling because our sports commercially zero. Now, so unye penyi mi no kecha wo say because if your then I am more attractive and attract more fans and commercial and those you know. Now I say he will make it Obama commercially viable. And commercially viable then it means you are getting more money. You understand? And I think I'm to Osha way now. At least he's giving solutions. He's giving where the funding will come from. Now, baby, I'm not even about salary. No, here again, he also talked about giving remunerations. Even though men that any support of Omina in terms of Omina giving any wage salary, wage remunerations, and now Omina talk about it. Say, maybe I think say, I'm not in support of you know. But any important say far. At least we can give examples. Now I show no. Why not in terms of records of say in terms of giving allowances? One or a good record, Chroma say. You have to look at those two. Say your brand Chroma say who has a very good record in giving allowances. And clearly the man from the MPP and his party have shown say young man allowances there. They can be trusted more because at least from the nursing for allowances, or more than we can trust them more when it comes to giving allowances than say
that's I didn't know politics
or they say we expose say
okay
almost say say they will support allowances and salaries and things.
And now just a back
at least
our track record
of giving allowance.
Now so many allowances. Both parties.
No, say back there. Do baby no. In terms of free sports no quite settle no. One cancelled, one came and paid. Okay. Now where they are sports and say over fan waji me dia over here there or me and other sector. Then now the I think based on this I am more solutional and you can have a more trust on it than say you know. So offer NDC the name so too. Send okay no. The first thing is support the development of course Division 1, Division 2, Premier League and blah 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 and pay allowances now you know. And I you see, offer Dr. Mahmoud Baumia manifesto now. The first point, Adebiano see, say you send from 1, 2, 3. The first point that will entice you. If you pick about Doctor's manifesto and John Mohammed's manifesto, the first points, you know, Doctor's own will entice you more because the first point.
How can you?
Yes, so me and Abia, whoever is listening to me, support the development of course.
Entices me more.
Entices me more. Support the development of course. Also, we know if you pick the Doctors, you know, Wakao. He also talks about how to develop youth football and in Waka. But one farmer first. Oh, some kind of oh, me say support
course. Division 1, Division 2, was to program.
Nanka nationalist there. We knew why
all registered players with salaries and allowances.
Oh bad. It is our shame to their support development of course. And it's you know already doctors who already anymore. One. And I take emergency refurbishment of stadium and also what MPP. It's the money different. Osha, a lot of things are similar. But the dema and you can find it in the other manifesto there. The tax incentive key point. Another one a key. Also the one who is telling you say I'll make your sports commercially viable. And the offers are two key areas where now. Which I think is a platform for the MPP candidate in Mahmoud Baumia, but in the NDC, they have not given us the solution in terms of the funding and how they will make clubs no who be ufa me I think
the woman say a discussion ye per se ye no na me adma me nda bia na we the ben say ye be send area obi mama idea say be nwunan ti bia ofa infrastructure no afa parties no obia track record as against the worker. Then we can as well draw a conclusion say we the any need because why be that and take off tax somewhat in development of way obi so be 12 players car near where wa share bomb be no tuai and enum dwa no wodwa ni nyina and so be them say no be boa me etimi aye a very dispassionate discussion said e be ya ngofo be hu say do mesi ato maba say oh sports near upper sports also we interest here me tie wa be develop sports any radio adwuma any member school and I say so you have a pension over pension for ona ne tani mani e de be na fi wa bo ama ye ko ye nyini e be nya adwuma be tuma just kakra to a ye ko pension de be tunuru I don't know kakra eti I think it's been interesting ye be he nyina but I was say devoid of politics. I to man for now here politics kakra man MPP for be on one says Akito na man of the match. E be say I'll say if he can do it, why the clubs are suffering since they've been in government? We say, please, the clubs are not suffering. I've had private messages here. So, but clarify there. What we are saying is that we should respect everybody. Sebi, more phone, more texting, more call, Facebook, more tie, and there's a lot of competition. And they say, Sebi, who did you marry? No, BTR. He's helping you. So we cherish you, we respect you. But say, Opesa will contribute here. Now, if I say, so Sebi, ye nipa say wa. And if you give your opinion in a much respectful way, but you can decide to say whatever. For instance, so you don't expect us to read this to people. And so here to say I can't we have decided to make her medicated because some can be and said a baby my man for here. So we want to give room for people to come in. But so banner say obechese say be unko na anim nyanza obi anim we dia. So we may not agree with you. But the obe can be you can criticize us. We are human. On record, you accept bebre wa ha. But make sure say ha na be so tie ni edi dwuma dia. But cho o tro bibia. Now ma kasa hwati. I think that's how we were all brought up. But say obe fan say for instance, people have issues with say my messages be say you come Manchester ne Arsenal do. Yes, that is what. So it's an observation. If you realize that is how it is and you present it well, we may have to look at it. But we'll be adding the topic, Bo. Yes, I support Arsenal. So as a human being, possibles are more likely to gravitate towards stories of Arsenal. So what I'm saying, we want people to know that we really cherish you, we appreciate you, but let's be civil in our discussions and presenting. I think that will help. So, and remember, Boama, yet me, or say, good morning. Zach has really shown his MPP colors today. Kineben, Kutiben. Kutiben is in the UK now. Yeah. And now in the UK number now you say that o presentation actually say Okala MPP. That's how he says it. That's his opinion.
And Zach.
Okay. Okay, to be our one dia all can. So Obi on the oka. And so say quick just quick one on Kotowa matches in every
quickly
how that's a disclaimer which is very important.
Oh, okay. The meeting yesterday
meeting on Thursday.
Sorry, Thursday. One. The side of one at the meeting.
A year be about.
Oh, sir.
Oh, wait a minute, John. We ain't, I mean,
They did not agree anything at the meeting. Sunday, who's now who made him say, Obin means small. No, could Jim Passa, they are almost say fact. Oma accept your meeting, I say. They only said, they only
accept here.
They said they were going to consult you, but at a point in time, we former Ashanti Regional Chairman, Obisachre, or no, suggest say, now you almost say, oh. Say I'm on my bank and can be and communicate ABCD.
So there was a disagreement between almost sides.
So say, but they did not agree. Say Omagia too.
Okay.
Omo
some consult.
So they are more responsible.
Obi the can for forms. Obi for forms. But Obi who said
when you guys are command Kobe.
Okay.
Meeting is an interested party.
But also Obi is more open to MBM. Because he believes.
No, but I think that once he has picked the form,
he's more.
You have certain interest.
Yeah.
And Nico Anseka on man represented.
Yeah.
That's why I say,
but
he might have campaigned.
Yeah.
Muslim Besemu delay process. So, Papa Bensifi, Samba Kaya. I don't know whether you are around, but you eating competition be or stadium. Okay. Brantia or Winnie. You're not no Grammy home, baby. Yes, we're free.
Oh, that's bad.
Oma Sunday on a winning or winning with the 2 times.
Wow.
Eating competition on a winning.
I know. Oh, I think I can remember.
Or commented this year was still a Cabrian.
Yeah, minimum but
Meted is a Cabrian.
Who's a gentleman?
I'm sorry, the air wouldn't cry. Meted this year was still in a Cabri.
Cabri Meted this year.
I hear. I want to 2 days. I want to 2 days.
Solon Bacho.
I'm more down well.
Solon Bacho.
I'm away in Tina. But and I saw you matter this. Hey! I matter this. Where lead a cry?
Back we a Cabri and a back we a Cabri.
I do not Cabri.
Them stadium na
Cabri Methodist.
Say kind of cool.
We almost a program now president by.
Only a program.
Timothy Amu Methodist a word. To be anti me and
who Cabri will do more.
There be Cabri.
Who said do not Cabri anymore?
Say stadium Cabri Methodist because how can I
stadium ye Cabri
Methodist.
Stadium solo yanka so to me family say ha na Cabri solo. Aye.
O say do me Wesley.
Wesley. Solo. I want Methodist for the I said that 20 million recite the Quran, you know. Wesley Methodist.
You flee down.
And a higher Cabri. There Sola sorry no go.
So say you flee down.
Saint Oliver. Saint Oliver Ohana.
Solon go sorry no.
Asam kasio.
Solon go sorry no.
Yeah.
Oh, what film? Auntie me adam for no.
Oh.
Or winning with ease.
Easy, yeah, me who
so cast on competition.
No,
man, they have the videos. Round 1, you more 3 caps.
Hey.
Round 2, Cocoa, dear, round 3 for 4, round 4. Nini know the team now.
Hey.
Or winning now with ease. And then it was free Papa, then if you go for kind.
Oh, Papa.
May you so rest in peace. I'm so many a year. Make up. I want to get Fantino Town. I know my area.
I'm my area.
29 August.
Oh, actually,
and I said run.
And I said run. 1 week in Omokana. A year they running no. 29th they say and running.
29th August.
Oh.
And he ran the mommy details. Okay, quick one on Hearts match no way now.
Has last
bought 10 on the TV
but your photo so last match venue no one could do hono na. The way they were welcoming to the city was just beautiful. Sisi Tama kakra your clubs no say no make us say they are ready. It appears to me the FA is not ready, but the clubs are ready. Would they just imagine? Look at send a house of war enter into the city and near the crew for the Shamo, Diamond Bamba, you know, and now Kotoko, normal day a son and young at the Ababi Shamo, and the other day. And I think say house of folk I improve on their appearance in terms of dressing or more. You know, I think say they've done well. Now you're more about so. Tell myself who has season no. how it will go and the match you know very very key because the last match omo match baby then they zoom into Ghana and further the preparation for we know and the match you know a match anybody actually pa omo a lower team in Semasi and na omo a national team under 20 though but I think say omo nyina players are omo top football and me did say has a game that a idea of set almost season we speak in the actually na nyame bo na adom dum ye na Monday ba
thank you
let me baba
so Heart for a new squad a far it will be interesting new players goalkeeping the months of my survey
goalkeeper have been not the same
Ben Asare
and now the back we are now say Oyerepa we Togo no omo go stadium ana
there be say omo share house omo share team do mawura kronimu soko de
honi
omo tete ponko so mfrum ponko ne
by ye njeda nye football nation bi asa o aha omo view Ghana how move and go for interest of football na ya
Togo nie look at the way they did it it's just beautiful
oh there monte am fan go for nya
the spice e be game
fan go for nya hwe so
the spice be ka game no tama masquerade there's no motor phone it's beautiful
it's beautiful
na
we o madru so mo be on so count so to be basa
we some spiritual fortification
because yet ya na man for kana house was spiritual house was spiritual
say what be so be on ko other Madrid ana Manchester City
na ko bisa say
Manchester do ko mu ko blue side
na ko bisa
men ko red we ni ho odu Madrid ko real side sana on ya be na nyom na ya de na
we will what the Hearts of Folk team but for first game in there were a few lapses modern bonum so ya be hear who say na obi betimi I expose you am ye hu what will happen akotokoso no to clearly omuntimi nya
against vision no
yeah on say fucking vision ne kotoko game na week 17 ntenyo opponent aba be bon say CAA ntu ne bokra na am so to ebo akakra ejuma na edin kotoko goal scoring enyansi Musa had to focus 2-1 Midiama they scored 1 Gold Stars they scored 1 and Ahohoi they scored 1 into out of 4 matches competitive ones if I say also outside of Dakweja no kotoko ashe 1-1 goal in 3 and Amashi 2 back which was against Heart of Folk. It means that it means that goal scoring no enyansi mu twintwansa to watch that against Vision now
Zach
has yes it's good so
me na ba wo message na be pon
na me yase omone Karamat no mo cancel it because I think you know Semasi didn't give us a very good match.
Always funny when listening to Obed on Hearts of Folk on Hearts issues. Baba Musa champion
my good friend Baba Musa tama madam pa no yeah
Semasi didn't give us a very good test.
Okay.
On the omona omoshara nyade bibrisa Semasi for no.
Yeah, that's what we nyade.
O da bi so league no boy on sto komo yawe.
That's how to komo we.
Ntino say you understand. And I think say let's hope say
okay.
U24 no there maybe it's the best that they are selected from the leagues near you know so omoni betimi am has a very good test because say uko baby say you have to be tested.
Okay.
Internet can make Kara no more because Kara will test them. We push them.
They are building it.
You know.
All right, so
let's see how.
Let me final ones from Nanabe or non Kwani a day, man. Or say, how many years did club use in building its Liverpool team? Therefore, club went 3 years without winning anything. But Liverpool believed in his project and subsequently left a relatively better team for slots. Ten Hag is also in the process of building his own. If Baba and Harry don't agree, they can go. I'm sure he's saying you can go to wherever you want to go. My fellow Manchester United man Zakito has a lunch with me for and their presentation. All Liverpool fans are not included. Also, all come and say the bear Manchester. Offshore intentions.
Second presentation.
Okay, also me pen toka, but we need to toka mape. 11:30. 11:30 and a Premier League. Premier League no 11:30. 11. There's Arsenal lineup abana.
Early kickoff.
How do you know?
Early kickoff.
Early kickoffs are always problems. Possible number. Confirm lineup my. But Arsenal are not expected to make any changes. Marino na kwana koda nza so buno no.
That's where mommy for my birthday.
Marino, Manchester there.
Camille
someone can be reason to me.
Tama where they born. Me saw your birthday, mommy.
Why? I'm not going to that.
I want David Opoku Ajiman or UK where your house supporter kesi pa. Yes, I also pay Jordan. You are some.
Ne
kwakra ne say na ni birthday. Enti we share
that birthday we entertain bi. Entertain to obi an go fi mo birthday.
We kwa the madam bi na madam no.
I cry dem fa ho. Yes, you hu di wo mu ye. Thank you. Edo bi ase. We are going to take a bit of a break on. Now we are back on Monday, but there are matches. The big one. Liverpool, Manchester United, Arsenal start at 11:30. Difficult games. Game 1 point score. I think it will be fine. David, yeah, see ya. Chill be a pick up. All right. I see it what town. Pelican FC. I see it what town. George Wafas what town. Just say I should be careful with my weekend. So I'm going for me and no. Almost share more. All right, yeah, see.